Pretend it's January 2006. Your mom came home from work and you've been watching Cartoon Network all day, rotting into the couch during winter break. She tells you it's her turn to watch TV and she puts on VH1. You get an ad saying that Flavor of Love is premiering its very first episode tonight.
One mansion. Hello! And 20 women on a quest to find true flavor. Who knows the time?
This is one of the hardest parts. I don't know.
Whose time is up?
I didn't want to go home.
Flavor's already my man. This is my mansion and my money.
You think I'm crazy?
Who gets a clock?
I'm getting ready to spank you with this clock.
Who just gets clock?
A matter of time for the claw.
I'm gonna definitely fight to the death.
Watch. Oh, the flavor of love.
Your mom starts busting out laughing, wondering what girl would even want to love on Flavor Flav. He's a known crackhead. Mama, what's a crackhead? You'll learn about it when you're older, but never try it or else you'll end up like a raisin like him. Mama, who's Flavor Flav? And she responds, exactly. That's my point. Those girls think that he's rich from being the hype man of Public Enemy. Mama, who's Public Enemy? You know that one song, Fight the Power? Fight the power! And Don't Believe the Hype?
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
I always liked Fight the Power. Me too, baby. Me too. Put your whole family watching Flavor of Love. Now, if you're a little bit older than me, you might remember a show called Surreal Life. Now, I'm a 2000 baby, and this show started in 2003, so I personally don't even remember it, and I barely even remember Flavor of Love. It was just a distant fever dream until I saw it randomly on Tubi. But I mentioned Surreal Life because it's where Flav started his whole journey of love. There was a woman named Bridget. Now, Flav and Bridget were together on Surreal Life. So Surreal Life is a show about celebrities living their lives and just how they handle relationships, friendships, jealousy, and their emotions. You know, just life in general. I use the term celebrity very loosely just because these are famous people that just completely fell off. Some notable names are Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer, Corey Feldman, Vince Neil from Motley Crue, or the blonde dude, Vern Troyer or Mini Me, and out of a list of 40 people, I only recognize 7. And one of them is the topic of the video, and the other one I know because of him. So that just tells you who was on this show. Flav and Bridget got their own show called Strange Love, just about their relationship. Now, the show ran for 4 months, and I did not and I will not watch this show for the video, but just know Wikipedia says that they were toxic as heck, and there was lots of fights, lots of jealousy, and Bridget chose to live with her then husband, or then boyfriend, now husband, Matea Desi, who produced Strange Love and Celebrity Rehab. That man was a genius in his own right. He created a love show and a whole rehab show just for her to be on. And also, they got married in 2006, and just good for them. They deserve happiness, and they had a child together recently when she was 55. But back to the story at hand. Flav didn't get his love story or a fairy book ending. And there was even more controversies just about the show. Controversies honestly followed this dude everywhere. Now, Flav is a very eccentric person, and I mean that in the best way. He's just a little loud dude with a big personality. Dude is famous for being a hype man. It is literally his job to create hype or get a crowd going. But this dude is crazy and has a history of abusing his partners. In 1991, he pled guilty to assaulting his then girlfriend, Ross, who is the mother of three of his children. He has a total of eight children with four baby mamas, and Flav had to serve 90 days in jail, and he lost custody of three of his children that were born at the time. He would also refuse to pay child support for his children. Also, in 1993, he was charged with attempted murder for shooting at his neighbor. And later that year, he had another domestic violence charge, along with more with a D charges, including Coca-Cola and Mary Jane, leading him to have to go to rehab. His family set up an intervention and he went to the Betty Ford Center for his addiction to rack. And apparently later on, he had to check back in after the death of his father. And he also got into a really bad motorcycle accident that caused him to break both his arms. In 2000s, life had made a dark turn and he was living with his then girlfriend in the Bronx and had to sell scout baseball tickets. This means that the tickets were bought by bots in order to be resold later at a higher price. So he was one of the dudes at the stadium, and I always thought that they sold fake tickets, but maybe it's 50-50. He ended up spending more time in jail for 2003 for small things like suspended driver's license and missing probation. He ended up moving back home with his family, and Chuck D, a member of Public Enemy, he had talked to him and told him that he needs to move to LA. And that kind of sparked his appearance on Surreal Life. At first, he was unsure about it since the show was for celebrities that were past their prime until he talked to MC Hammer. And the rest is history. Now, in this case, you may be wondering, why was there so much controversy? Now, you might be wondering, why is there so much controversy? Because I think we all know somebody like this or have somebody like this in our families. And just like your grandma, we were all wondering if we should give money to the tweaker uncle. People weren't sure if he was going to be able to get clean and stay out of trouble long enough to even make the shows, let alone to get famous. He ended up proving those people wrong and created a whole cinematic universe that spans almost 20 years. From Flavor of Love, that shows Flav's story of love and heartbreak of New York, leading to her getting her own show to find love, meeting Chance and Real, falling in love with brothers just to choose another man. After Real passed away, Chance started his own love story and met a girl named Rollie. She ended up starting a whole career with Zeus Network and is now on every seasons of Baddies. Well, this is a short summary. I'm just gonna be making a whole series basically over explaining all of the episodes. But this is part one, and it's already looking like 3 hours. And this took me probably like 6 months just to watch the shows and make all my notes and then start editing this video alone. It took me a long time, and I hope that you like it because sadly, I'm gonna have to start making part two pretty soon.
3 hours later.
I like to think this show as the ghetto bachelor, but according to this blog post in 2006, It was the Ghetto Bachelor.
Just we noticed.
At this point in time, there actually weren't any black contestants on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. And you already know Cyberbrat Vi had to do a little bit of research. This right here is the very first black people or person of color on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. On the left is Rachel Lindsay. She was on Bachelorette season 13 in 2017, and their first POC male bachelor was Matt James in 2021. So Flav was the first, and you better put some respect on that name. On the Ghetto Bachelor, that is Flavor of Love, there's 20 women competing for the love of a man with seven kids at the time. Now, a running theme in all of the shows that I'm going to be talking about is the nickname ceremony. And the nicknames are just basically just to help remember who they are. It's normally based off of, certain attributes. And honestly, as a concept, I love it because you got to remember these people aren't famous and it kind of gives them a name to go off of, Episode 1. Now, some of these girls have unresolved issues in their lives.
Such a big clock.
Flav sort of reminds me of my dad because they're both like clowns. And Flav has gold teeth. So does my dad.
Girl, is you okay? I know both my father figures passed away in my life, but god damn.
Child. Anyway, so
These girls have seen his past.
I told my parents about being on the show, and I said, oh no. But I tried to explain that Flavor Flav is no longer an addict, and he's may or may not be taking care of his children, I don't know. His record is behind him, and he's romantic at heart.
Cha. Alright, anyways. So, but yeah, they realize it's a competition and they're not gonna play fair.
and if I'm here for him and you're here for him too, you better watch out because it will be a fight to the end. I will not give up. I will not go away. I'm here to stay.
Rain a little crazy and a little obsessive, but that's why I love her. And here come New York.
In order for that to happen with 20 other women, there's no way I'm gonna play fair. No way.
New York, she on demon time. She acting like this is a $1 million competition or something. I love this show's editing style for this reason and this reason alone. Hottie.
And I have some 34 double Ds, which are all natural. I think that those are total assets to attract his attention.
The water sloshing around when she made them jiggle is absolutely wild. And it was so subtle. I didn't even hear it until I had headphones in while I was editing the clip. Like, I have seen this show in that specific episode like 20 times because I've had to watch it the whole month of August. I'm editing now in September. In the very first episode, the girls are realizing that they're gonna have to fight for their rooms and fight for their spots. We're starting off with 20 girls and 15 beds, so the girls know somebody's heading home.
We all kind of did the math, and we knew that 5 of us would be going home tonight.
Now, before we could start eliminating girls, we had to give the girls nicknames. Because, let's be honest here, names are hard. This right here is Oyster, which is awful name for a girl, but she ends up getting her name changed to Red Oyster. She ends up being the house spy and constantly going to Flav and telling him things about the girls. Apples ends up getting eliminated super quick, so she's not important. Smiley with a beautiful smile. And we got Sweetie's butt. Cherries. Bubbles, go back to your habitat. Lovely Peaches. The true Georgia peach. Nasty ass pumpkin. Now, this girl deserves an introduction. Her name is Picasso, and she's so funny. I wasn't gonna give any girl a full intro, but she's just totally me if I was on a dating show, just showing off my awkward personality and saying I think something's cool, but I love her. She's just an icon, and she's just so formal with the whole like Mr. Flav thing. It's cute.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Mr. Flavor. I painted this. I'm a painter.
Oh, that's slamming. Yo, Picasso for me.
Dimples. Hoops. Real serious. She gave him a t-shirt of her nude wearing his clock on it. For the very last girl, it took a whopping 40 seconds of stumbling to come up with a name, Shells.
Alright, check this out.
Like spaghetti? Shells.
I'm giving you the name Shells.
Flav couldn't give me a name for the longest time. I just hope I get to talk to him.
I also want to introduce Big Rick. He's just watching all the BS go down, and he's Flav's security, but he's just this awesome, chill guy. I love him. Here's a picture of all the girls with the names listed. So Pumpkin was the very first girl to kiss him. It was more of like a peck, but still. Cherries was the first girl to actually make out with him and kiss all over him.
You guys, you're making out. Let's go. Oh my God.
Can I kiss you on the bling in the nose?
On the bling in the nose.
You're so wonderful.
Goldie is one of my favorite characters. This scene shows off her personality so well. And just know later on she ends up puking.
And now we really drinking strawberries and champagne. I think I'm good. Oh, snap! Did she just hurl chunks in the living room?
I had missed this conversation on my first watch, but going back in the editing, I noticed that Picasso said that what she likes to do is paint and flick the bean. And I don't know where that came from, but it was the most funniest thing ever. And honestly, it's so real and so random. I love it. She just caught everybody off guard. And it's like just the most realist thing I've ever heard. Same Picasso, same.
So what do you like to do?
I like to paint. I like to write. I do like to masturbate. Girls never talking about that. Yeah. I'm kind of goofy and weird. I don't know if he likes goofy and weird.
Sweetie asked the most stupidest question ever, and Flav got mad jokes.
I have like a healthy sexual appetite. Would you say that, or just average? He has 6 kids, of course, sweetie. He has a very...
Sweetie goes and doubles down on her question.
Like you're getting a little bit more mature, maybe you're slowing down a little.
Oh.
I didn't know if like you need a Viagra now or if you like still like in the house.
Believe me, G, I'm driving the bus from out here. I ain't driving a Mack truck. I got a bus.
Oh!
Sadly, we get to the elimination ceremony, and it's Picasso, Cherries, Bubbles, Shells, and Smokey. Smokey ended up leaving a confessional that was so telling. She's the only girl I didn't get a photo of, besides Shells. But I genuinely had to sift through the episode to find her. I forgot what she even looked like. I didn't even know it was her talking until I was editing.
I was hoping he remembered me, at least. And I'm like, hi.
We didn't remember you. Episode 2. Miss Latina immediately F's herself over by talking to one of her exes, not once, but twice, and he hangs up on her. And she starts crying and told the girls that she broke up with him a week ago.
I recently broke up with my boyfriend, Cash. I was with him for 4 years, and it's just it's hard when it's a fresh breakup.
Yeah, this is Cash. I'm not home. Leave a message.
Rain and Georgia were talking mess about New York because she had gotten dressed up for the ceremony, and New York heard them and wanted to confront them by testing Rain's powers levels like an anime villain because she wanted to see if she could whoop on you.
What up, you? Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Not you. You can choke. This was the first interaction I really had with Rain, so I wanted to see her anger level. I wanted to see if I was powerful enough to twist her mind.
And it worked. She got mind screwed. I guess New York is like a parasite in her bloodstream. She needs to get out like yesterday.
Around and she puts this black cloud of just hate and nastiness. I can't take it.
Are you serious?
It was a mind thing. She got mind screwed by me, and it worked.
Rain allowed the parasite to get in her by getting upset when New York didn't answer Goldie's question.
I need to make friends because I can see myself making friends with a lot of these girls.
Miss New York, how will you respond if Flav has nothing on in the hot tub?
Well, I just have a lot on my mind right now, and I don't feel like talking.
Pumpkin standing on business before Rain butts in and lets that parasite get the best of her.
But you know, you have the opportunity to meet so many great people.
Yeah, I do, but I don't want to take the opportunity.
Well, that makes you out.
No. Turn the around. Turn the around. No, because I'm she's in my bloodstream. She's in it, and I need her out. We all need her out.
Flavor Flav decided he wanted his first date with the girls to be at a hot tub to see everyone's bodies, but Big Rick kept blowing the whistle on him, letting him know that his time was up. On his first date with Pumpkin, they ended up making out, and Oyster tried to spank him.
A game called Dirty Minds.
I don't get whipped. If anything, I do the whipping.
Okay, sir. Everything you say goes.
Whoa!
Peaches and Sweeties sang awful songs. New York was laying it on thick while Rain said every man lied to her or used her.
Come home too, and be there for you.
Yeah. Miss New York knows how to work her, and she's working it.
You want peace in your home, peace in your heart, and I'm that woman that can give you that.
You sound like the woman that could give me that. You sound like that.
Every single man that I've dated either used me or lied to me or cheated on me or done something.
Goldie has started dancing on Flav, and Smiley took off her makeup. He ended up loving it because it's like she took off her mask, and I think that's so cute. Hottie tried to hypnotize him.
Hottie was very, very dramatic.
I'd like you to look deeply into the light. Mm-hmm. Yes, look up at the light right over there. It's warm like the sun, keeping you nice and warm. I don't want you to be cold.
Yeah, but you know what? I could be warmer if you was next to me.
I know.
I wonder what he was thinking.
She tried to hypnotize your man. She tried to hypnotize me. What, you think I'm crazy?
I want to point out the interesting music choices. It's kind of racist. Every time Miss Latin or Crazy came on screen, they would play Latin music in the background, and this scene shows it so obvious. It goes from Latin music, and then it goes to like a hard stop to groovy hip-hop beats whenever Flavor comes on screen.
What's up, Miss Latin? Miss Latin's hot tub.
If you don't believe me, just listen again.
Miss Latin's hot tub.
Pumpkin and New York got into a fight at 4 a.m. when they should have been asleep. But New York hasn't been a team player all day, and really she's just been there for Flav, and she just doesn't want to make friends. And they started arguing because of money and winning Flav.
It's funny because you're a joke. You're a joke. You're a joke because you're so damn confident thinking you're going on a You are not going to be I will bet you
You don't have it. You don't have it.
Pumpkin apparently has a very vulgar mouth and uses a lot of slurs against trans women just because New York said she needed a facelift. Crazy. Wow.
And the reason you want to get it is because you don't get it.
I think the worst part about it is that she doubles down on the trans hate. Like, what is wrong with this girl? Like, ugh.
I said, you know what, I might have a few wrinkles, but at least I look like a woman. I don't look like a transvestite with my tucked behind my sack.
The worst part about it, after all of that hate that just spewed out of Pumpkin's mouth, she then goes and punches a wall, so she starts crying, and then she goes and tells Flav about what happened, and she tries to play victim after being the aggressor the whole time in that situation. Miss Latin goes and calls her ex-boyfriend Cash for the second time in Flav's house. And then he actually answers this time, but he wants nothing to do with the girl. And she literally says, baby, please don't hang up. Like, girl, you are literally in a mansion right now. What are you talking about? Acting dumb and stupid. But yeah, he hangs up in her face.
Discuss.
Baby, please don't hang up. I just want to talk to you for a little bit.
I'm sorry, I'm busy. Good luck with everything.
Cash.
Miss Latin tells the girls about the breakup and how she would choose her boyfriend over Flav. And I just don't even understand why you would tell anybody that.
What? If you were right here, right now, saying,
Come with me right now.
Yeah.
Stay here?
Yeah.
Choose me or choose Flav.
I choose him. She said she broke up with him a week ago.
The second date was at a roller rink with just New York, Smiley, and Miss Latin. And Miss Latin and Smiley tell Flav that they have an ex that they're missing. And Smiley, she cries about her ex-husband every time he's mentioned.
God's got your back. Let it go. Cry it out.
And I'm thinking, oh God, I'm so gonna be eliminated. Who in their right mind would want to go out with a girl who's crying?
Hottie is going around and being a shit starter and gathering intel in her little soldier outfit for the day. Oh my God. But we get a look inside of Hottie's military strategy and we watch it blow up in her face. She said she wanted to divide and conquer, but really she made the enemy's ally and come up with the funniest ammunition against her, which we will see later.
For that guy. Gathering information is very, very valuable and is a key part of my strategy. Divide and conquer is very, very important.
Okay. I straight up asked her.
Choose me or choose Flav.
I choose him.
Oh,
it's not fair. She's gonna get.
Remember this clip. She says she is not beyond doing sneaky things. Okay? Okay.
Nothing I wouldn't do for love. So if it came down to doing things that are beyond sneaky, that I might.
So Hottie went to go and confront Latin about everything that people have been talking about and seeing if she actually wasn't still in love with her ex. So Miss Latin's like, why are you confronting me about this? This is none of your business, right? And then at dinner, Latin, she comes out and she tells everybody how Hottie had confronted her. And Pumpkin confessed that Hottie went to everybody in the house and asked about Miss Latin's ex.
She pulled me aside. She pulled me aside and said, I want to know if you're still talking to your ex-boyfriend.
Why is that not business? Okay, all right. Okay. Then I'll go ahead and
you know why? She said, because I care about Flav and I don't want to see him hurt.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know you done messed up when Pumpkin is in the right. Like, what the heck? And Pumpkin confessed that Hottie is just being a instigator, which I definitely think is true, just because she's going around starting problems and stuff. And I'm honestly glad that her little military strategy blew up in her face because she deserved it.
Hottie just seems like she's trying to stir up trouble. What is her problem? Like, seriously, like, she wants to stir it up and sit back and watch. It's annoying. She's fake, too.
You called me?
Red Oyster then went to Flav and told him what was going on about Latin, and she even had a Freudian slip. She almost said tattle, but instead said talk to, and I just think that's so funny. A Freudian slip is like kind of like a slip of the tongue when you accidentally say something that you don't mean to. So, for example, and you said, oh, I did steal it, And you're like, no, I didn't steal it, you know, but you did steal it.
Hey, if I find out something negative about you, I'm gonna go run to Flav and talk to him about it.
Calling her ex-boyfriend.
5 people were eliminated. Miss Latin for talking to her ex and having Red Oyster snitch on her. Georgia. Rain, and I think it's because she scared him away with the every man lied to her and abused her thing. Dimples and Apples. And I totally forgot about Dimples and Apples. They got no camera time and they just had nothing to say even when they got eliminated. Like, what? I had to look up who even left just to see. Like, I had no clue. Episode 3. Sweetie, Peaches, Hottie, New York, and Red Oyster are going out to meet some old friends of Flav's. Like, literally, there's some elderly people. Peaches and Sweetie had to rub a lotion into, like, elderly people's feet, which is gross. New York refused to put in an old folks' teeth just because, again, nasty. I'm not gonna put in nobody's teeth. Sweetie swooped in and she did it for her, while New York went outside to smoke a cigarette.
So while put my teeth back in, will you help me?
Okay, sure. I can. Yeah, I can. Maybe if I find like a nurse or something that can help with that, you know?
Oh, New York.
Sweetie ended up winning a date to Red Lobster, and Flav realizes Sweetie might be too sweet and innocent for his liking.
Got to go back to the house. I just want to know, right? If I wanted to taste your mouth, how long would it take for you to come across?
3 more weeks. I'm married.
So in order for you to kiss a man, you would have to be with him for almost a month? I'm like, what?
And Sweetie gets disgusted by watching Flav eat.
Not too much.
New York's jacket is missing and thinks Hottie stole it because Hottie said that she would cut up clothes and hide things in the very beginning of the episode. Like, the intro credits didn't even finish playing before this girl decided to be vindictive.
Yeah, it is a competition, but when it really comes to love, yeah, you want to fight for love.
Exactly. I mean, it is a competition. For love, you just have to do what you have to do. Going through people's luggage, cutting up their clothes, like, you know.
Holly there, she just lives in La La Land. She's shifty, she's shiesty, and she's sneaky.
And funny thing is, New York witnessed her say it, and out of the 9 other girls, why would you pick one that you told, or even just doing it on the same day? Why the heck did you choose New York and not Sweetie, who actually won the date?
Boom, it blew up.
I have to confront Hottie. I'm not leaving this alone until that bitch either pays for my or my jacket comes up. Seriously, Hottie had said she would stop at nothing and she will start to hide certain things that the girls need and cut up clothes. I noticed that my coat was missing. All arrows pointed at Hottie.
Just dumb. If you're gonna sabotage, do it correctly. Like, what are we doing here? Hottie denies taking the jacket, but we know she did.
No, I don't have your jacket. I don't need your jacket. If I'd taken her jacket, I would have said, yes, I took your jacket, and I threw it out in the street, and I drove over it with my car.
And New York said that people may not like her because she's a female dog, but at least you know she's a female dog. But with Hottie, she's a wolf in sheep's clothing that you won't see coming because she smiles in your face and acts cool while she secretly hates your guts.
You know, at least, you know what? I might be a bitch to the heart, but at least I don't smile in all these girls' faces because you are a wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm not. I'm a wolf. You see me coming.
You guys are just jealous because all of my friends that know me tell me that I remind them of Beyonce. So you can all...
And then Hottie proceeds to compare herself to Beyonce? To Beyonce? Oh my God. And New York just gives her the most accurately devious reading of all time.
Even say that, oh my God, are you just saying Beyonce, Beyonce, Beyonce?
Pumpkin, Goldie, Sirius, Smiley, and Hoops went on a date to set up a party for his boys. And when New York found out about the date, she started crying about not spending enough time with Flav.
I feel like he should not be leaving without me. I love him.
This girl is really, really falling in love with him, and if I'm wrong, then she's a very good actress.
She was crying about a date where they had to host a little kid's birthday party. But Pumpkin dealt with a crying kid the whole time. And this kid was annoying. Like, I feel bad for her. This party was a hot, eggy mess.
Be having an egg toss. I'm out. Okay, with the eggs.
I feel bad for Smiley though, because she was going out in like a clubbing fit, and she was in front of children. And one kid was staring at Smiley's boobs the whole time. And this kid was bad. He ended up throwing up on Goldie. Like, what on earth? So we got to the end of the day, and Sirius ended up winning the date with Flav, but she's actually surprised that she won because she's not really that good with kids. Pumpkin feels some type of way because she lost the competition.
He was good with the kids, but he was kind of the most distant.
And I was like, oh, shot to the heart, because I'm a substitute teacher and a cheerleading coach.
Hoops had a really long day playing with those kids and came back to the house. And when she got home, New York had started talking to her, and it ended up causing an argument.
Attention and whatever. You okay? I'm good.
And it started because New York asked, "Are you okay?" And she said, "I'm good," 50 times. And she asked again, and Hoops got very hostile. Watch how fast she gets angry.
I only asked you one time. I'm replying 50 times. I don't know why. I'm good. I would throw this ball at your head. What you mean for what? For what? I'm asking you for what? I just asked you if you were okay. And I said I'm fine.
It doesn't go anywhere, but I know Hoops had a stressful day with the kids, but come on, sometimes you just gotta speak up and let it go. Obviously, you're thinking about something, and you should hope that someone notices and asks you what's wrong. I hate when people don't express themselves. I used to be like that when I was a kid, and now I could just never. Just get it off your chest, dude. You're gonna feel so much better afterwards. Sirius messed up her one-on-one date because she mentioned she wanted Flav to look at her modeling portfolio and basically took it as a chance to network.
Career in modeling. Well, actually, I brought you my portfolio so that you could look through it. Everybody has their little, I'm this, I'm that, and a lot of people can't back it up. You know what I mean? So I brought you my portfolio. Look at it whenever you're ready.
I mean, just looking at you speaks for itself.
Pumpkin admitted that every single chance she gets, she's gonna kiss Flav, and Sweetie was in the background watching.
Every chance that I get that I'm alone with him or kind of alone with him, I always try to kiss them.
Then Sweetie starts questioning if she's gonna be intimate with Flav and comparing herself to the other girls.
Flav, I don't rub on him and touch on him like I see some of the girls doing. Sometimes I'm worried maybe Flav takes that as in they want it more.
Red Oyster is the designated spy and confirmed Flav's thoughts about Sirius. They had a whole montage dedicated to her just saying that I'm a model.
I'm a model. That's me. I'm a professional model. I am around models all the time. I am a full-time model.
I feel strong about that. I want to thank you for your words.
Sirius and Peach end up leaving, and I feel like Peaches just didn't make a real effort. Episode 4. This is the infamous chicken episode. I can't wait to watch this one. This might be the only one that I might show a lot of it, just because the whole episode is wild. But for this episode, Flav's mom comes to town and everyone's nervous. They find out they're going to church and they're running around looking for their most conservative outfits.
I have to be conservative.
All I could pay attention to during this church scene was Red Oyster trying to catch a beat. Smiley ends up crying about seeing married couples because she's not over her ex-husband.
Who are celebrating wedding anniversaries.
The thing that really hit me was when I saw all the people that came together and they were married, and I lost it.
Next came lunch with Mama, and the only notable thing was Mama realized how desperate Sweetie was because she couldn't get Mama Flav's attention. She was more focused on a biscuit.
My name is Tika. It's Ethiopian. It means joy in the place of sorrow when something bad happens.
I'll take that again. I was busy looking at that biscuit.
Now, for me, she has 3 options in this moment. She can make a joke about the biscuit and tell Mama to take it, or she can eat the biscuit to get her attention and show dominance, or she can continue repeatedly letting herself get bullied by a grandma. Now, me, I would have chose option 1, making a joke and telling her to eat it. And if her attention was still on that biscuit, I would have ate it. I would have ate it, and I would have ate it like this. Hell, even Flav does it too. Like, you got to, because what are you talking about? Let's see what option she chose.
Done that, so I got a little bit of flavor in me too.
It ended off with Mama Flav excusing herself to go and take her vitamins. That's how you know she was bored of the conversation. This right here seems like a nightmare to me, like having every single person in the car staring at you awkwardly. Ugh. Before Flav went on his date with all the girls, he asked for his mom's advice on who he should choose, and she ended up saying that Sweetie needs to go home because she reeks of desperation and wanting to win really badly, and it's true. She's just really desperate. Flav is taking his mom's advice into consideration and getting some one-on-one time with all of the girls. He has like fried chicken, champagne, and he's planning on spending 1-hour dates with all the girls. However, it's 8 girls, so he has to spend 8 hours. So he's starting at 7 o'clock and then he's gonna end at 3 a.m. And honestly, he doesn't even end up making it through because he ends up falling asleep.
Flav? Did you fall asleep?
For a second.
Here's a scene of Flav just being Flav.
Hottie, she got the big knockers, G. She got the big knockers, you know what I'm saying?
During Sweetie's date, she showed off her desperation again, and it threw off Flav just because she was acting aggressively sexual, and it came out of nowhere after his mom had said to watch out for her being desperate. And it's just kind of, ew, you're being fake.
Yeah, you just threw me off now.
Yeah, I'm sneaky like that sometimes.
My mom thought Sweetie didn't seem real.
Late in the night, Hoops and Pumpkin came into Flav's room to spend the night cuddling, and New York tried to sneak in the sexiest outfit, but Flav was occupied.
We weren't about to move. Pumpkin and Hoops, they're both sluts trying to sleep with my man.
As a desperate attempt to show her love, she decided to cuddle with Flav's hand. And honestly, kind of embarrassing, but it showed that she was still really down for him. So, I don't know.
I was a little upset, but if he was there, I wanted to be there. What can I say? You know, Flav brings passion out of me. He couldn't keep his hands off of me.
Hottie lied about her measurements, claiming to be a 38 bust, 26 waist, 36 hips. I don't know why she lied about her waist, especially when it's at least 30 and her hips are at least 40.
I like a woman that's about a 94, 67, 87. What's your favorite?
34 double D's, all natural. 26, 36.
26, 36.
Then Red Oyster is like, I'm a 26. She's more slender and petite. Now, I can't believe when she's standing and sucking it in, it's a 26. But it's still just a weird thing to lie about when she's thick as fuck and looks good.
That's a 26? Yeah, it is. Because I swore I was 26. The only 26 inch around anything on Hottie is her neck.
Bottoms and stacks.
Look how tiny his little head looks in between her hips. Like, that's crazy. All the girlies who've ever bought a wig know that the human head is about 27 inches. Now, I know his head's a little tiny. Let's be honest, he got a little pea head, but still, like, it's not adding up. Like, I'm not trying to body shame. If anything, I'm just putting light on the fact that this girl lied for no reason, unprovoked, about her measurements. All right, so now we're getting into the cooking challenge. So everybody's going to be making some fried chicken for Mama Flav, and they have to make sure that the chicken comes out really good, it's thoroughly cooked, because basically they're going to have to be feeding Flav if they're going to be with Flav. And honestly, this little scene is just me navigating through life. I love it so much.
Miss New York, how's it going?
Definitely navigating the situation.
So we end up finding out that Hottie can't cook at all, and she was raised vegetarian, so she doesn't really know how to cook chicken, even though Big Rick provided a recipe. However, that doesn't explain the man-made atrocities Hottie created in that kitchen.
Run it out.
I know that my chicken is going to be the best because I was raised vegetarian with a lot of fresh vegetables, so I incorporated vegetables into my recipes. But this should be a good recipe. I think she'll like it.
Hottie's so dumb. I wouldn't believe that someone would actually.
See, Pumpkin's face is my face the whole time while watching this, because what the hell? So she's scraping in whatever goopty gop that is. Oh, I dropped something. Let me just put every delicious crumb back into this. What the hell? And I can't believe she sticks it into the microwave. And she's like, oh, I saw a button that said chicken on it, so I put the chicken in there. And what are you talking about? You sound crazy right now. Crazy, dumb, and stupid. What the? Even Goldie laughing at you. Oh my God.
Anticipating seeing my dish, I knew that Flav would appreciate the effort I put into the dish and the vegetable recipe, specifically since it was for his mom.
Hello. Oh, so you're just delusional. You're just delusional as hell, because what do you mean he's gonna love it? Because this is especially for his mom. You made raw food and served it to his mom.
Nerve-wracking because I was the final one, and I knew that the vegetables, the fact that it wasn't fried in heavy oil, would win this date for me.
It ain't cooked.
Something about this moment will always be television history. Flav picking up that chicken and all of the crumbs and nasty stuff is just falling off of it. Hottie looking so full and sure of herself and just being delusional. And then the face of horror and realization. Oh my God. It is just a cinematic masterpiece.
Just because it's not fried, you can still microwave it and it is cooked.
I just want to say, whoever number 8 was, that wasn't serious, was you?
Woman, the chicken is still pink. It is raw. Raw. And then you talk about how it's cooked in the microwave. The microwave's not even powerful enough to cook the damn chicken. And her spinning her head around looking like, ooh, who did it? Who did it? You did it. You pulled out this bullshit out your asshole. Cause what do you? Oh my God.
Y'all was that was.
It's definitely appalling that she would even, attempt.
The face this lady made at the end of the video, I can't even believe it. You made this. You know exactly what you did, what you tried to serve to this woman. This is so disrespectful. You know that was raw chicken. Why are you acting all dumb now? She pisses me off. Well, anyways, so now we're getting close to elimination. I just wanted to point out this line that Sweetie said because it's pretty important in telling into the elimination how she's thinking, how she's going about doing things. Because she already thinks that she won this episode, or not won, but she thinks she's in the clear. Because, Hottie just served raw chicken. But yeah.
To be who it is that I am. But my new strategy is to be fake and phony, like New York, because I think she knows how to play Flav.
So I don't know if you noticed, but in the last clip, I had said that she thought that she won this, like it was in the bag, but it wasn't. The elimination was actually between Sweetie and Hottie.
Sweetie and Hottie.
And funnily enough, Hottie got chosen, but it's because of what I was talking about earlier. He said that there's like a lot of desperation and stuff. He didn't really know how to phrase it because it was kind of like, I don't want to call you out in front of all these people, but you've been being fake as hell. And for some reason, he kept using the word real. And honestly, that would have pissed me off. I would have been like, "Sir, you need to get a better vocabulary or something because why do you keep saying you're not feeling me? You're not really real. You're not feeling you'll see."
Feel me like that. I don't think you was feeling me like that, for real. I'm gonna keep it real, homegirl. This is a real decision that I made, for real. And this is for my true feelings right now. And I had a one-on-one with each one of y'all. This is what I feel. I don't feel you really feel me like that. You feel me?
Are you kidding me? You have to be kidding me. I freaking cooked a chicken for you today, and I can't even stand chicken, and everybody knows that I was crying my ass off. Someone else makes a joke of it and presents it in front of your mother, and you think I'm not feeling you? I stay up late at night waiting for my date, and I'm not feeling you?
This moment ended up being a fan favorite moment just because ser like she was so serious. Like I'm doing hand claps. I'm sorry. But yeah, she was just so serious about how she was feeling in that moment because she really did feel disrespected. And it was just like it didn't really make sense. I don't think she should have been eliminated in this episode necessarily. However, I do understand why Flav didn't eliminate her, but I think Hottie should have been out. Like, no, like that's you disrespected my mom, you disrespected the show. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't know how to cook a chicken, ask somebody. Like, this is crazy. And the fact that you thought that that was acceptable is a whole nother thing. And why Hottie ends up leaving, it just, I don't know. I don't know. This moment should have been her out. Like, it's not okay. But that's all I gotta say about it. I'm done. Episode 5. So we're starting this episode off with Smiley making Flav breakfast in bed, and I think that's adorable. Even Flav thinks so too. He's just like in shock and awe. And Smiley's like, we get into the middle of the season. I need to step it up. I need to show him that I really do care about him. But at the same time, this girl is still mentally on her ex. She's always on her ex, and I feel so bad for her. Because, girl, stand up. You are in a mansion right now with a man who likes you. Like, he definitely likes her, and I feel like they could have had something. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So Flav, he takes all the girls to Las Vegas because he wants to see who's the luckiest of them all, and he makes them play roulette. And honestly, I love roulette. That's like my favorite game, but I suck at the same time. So, New York, she's winning like the whole time that they're playing roulette. And thing is, nobody likes it. Everybody's jealous of New York, like always. And New York, she says something that like really resonates with me. And she has said, when you're open enough in life, you'll be able to feel your way through anything. And that is some true shit. Like, man, because it's true. If you really are open enough, anything in this world can come to you and it'll make its way for you. Like, wow. Okay, philosophical New York.
about it. I still don't like her.
All right, let's stack these chips. I said, you know what? I'm gonna fill the table. If you're open enough, you can definitely fill your way through any situation. So that's what I did.
And then in this next scene, New York, she says she has a third eye, and then Goldie's like, "How the hell you get a third eye? Like, I want a third eye." And honestly, girl, I wish I could tell you, cause I be feeling the exact same way New York be feeling when I'm playing roulette. Like, you really can just feel your way through it. And really, it's all about pattern recognition. If you're not recognizing no patterns, then you're not gonna win. It is very easy. Like, I don't know. But yeah, no, that third eye is open and glowing. Like,
Slave.
My third eye is focused. Just know that.
You know, she said that she has a third eye, so she can see these things. She knows what numbers are gonna be lucky. How do you get a third eye with that?
Oh, I would say I have at least 7 to 8 pounds of chips.
again, nobody can compare to New York because she won damn near $500 and everybody else walked away with either 0 or 100, if that. But yeah, so she won the date and she really proved her love for Flav in this date because she was making out with that man for 8 minutes straight, like 8.5 minutes. Like, I can't even imagine that. Like, the worst thing about it, the servers, they came and dropped the food off and the food was sitting on the table and the food was getting cold. The food was definitely cold by the time they took their first bite. Like, bro, I would have been heated. Like, I know Flav, he was tired. Like, I could tell he was tired because the face that he made at the end of the little kiss, like, he was like, like, get the fuck off of me. Okay, so we're on to the next scene, but Goldie asked Hottie, "How long is your real hair?" And it's like the funniest thing ever because it's like, one, why would you ask anybody that question? You don't need to know. And two, she says, "Oh, I ain't black, so I already know something's going on up under that head." And I knew it. You knew it. We all knew it. But you don't gotta embarrass a girl like that. And why would you ask her that question in front of like a whole bunch of palm people? Then you got a pumpkin asking, "Can I touch it?" Like, what? No, no. I'm not a petting zoo. Who are you? My brain is like having an aneurysm to try to understand the audacity that came out of Goldie's mouth in this moment. But it can't. It can't. It can't. There's just no way. But yeah, I feel like Hottie went to like media training school or something because the way she answered the question and the way she handled herself was just like chef kiss.
Honey, I was over here.
This is my real hair.
Hottie's hair looked atrocious. I'm like, come on now, Hottie, I'm black. You know I know what's going on that head.
You know extensions in here? Oh, this is it.
No, right here.
Can I see? Absolutely not.
Okay, so for the next day, Flav is testing out these girls' 5 senses and making sure that they're able to entice him and attract him with just using those senses. And like one of them is like smell, another one's him blindfolded and he has to like touch on them. Another one is sight, where it's like they're just like the silhouettes and they have to be sexy. Another one is taste, and he gives them, or they give them a part of their body to taste and stuff. So it's just like the 5 senses of sexiness. And the first one is smell-o-vision.
Know what he's gonna say.
Smell like mushrooms.
Okay.
Go for 'em.
Okay, you don't like mushrooms. Okay.
Spaghetti sauce. Okay, where do I go?
She's right in front of you.
Smell like chicken wings. Fried rice. 8. Oh, word.
Oh, you're right on the money there, sir.
Yeah, man, she smell like a steak, G.
And how would you rank that steak, sir?
I rate that steak with some A1. 9.
You're right back. That's the right spot, sir.
Yeah, man, she smell like broccoli.
But you know, broccoli is very powerful. It's, you know, rich in fiber and vitamins. So hey, if I smell like broccoli, I'm proud to smell like broccoli.
Your broccoli a 9.
Yes, sir. That
Real quick, I just want to go over a couple of those smells because, like, I feel like I can explain why. Like, think about it. Think about it. Think about mushrooms, okay? Even though mushrooms are bomb, like, I love mushrooms, but could you imagine smelling like a mushroom? I feel like you smell like a fungi. Like, you smell a little mildewy. Like, you smell a little moldy. You know what I mean? And, for the steak, a steak, it smells delicious. A steak is mouth-watering. Like, oh my god. And he said, "She smell like a steak, G." Like, alright. And see, broccoli is one of those smells that smells nasty, right? It smells nasty, but you know that broccoli's gonna be bomb, okay? Like, something about it, like, it smell nasty, it smell like a fart, like a Brussels sprout, but at the same time, it's like a delicious smell, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I get why it was a 9. I probably wouldn't have rated it a 9, but, like, I get why. Next was the singing challenge, and Hadi did amazing. I'm actually surprised that she has something to, offer to the world because her ass is stupid. She's very, very stupid. And I'm curious what's going on in that brain. But yeah, though, she could sing though. She could sing. Good for her.
In the home of the
Next was the Flavor Feel challenge, and he got to feel all over the girls, and I think he enjoyed himself way too much.
I got a football in my hand. Touchdown!
I thought I passed out with flying colors. And so I gave my man my ass.
It's getting kind of hot in here, sir.
New York had a little bit of nothing on. It put his hand all in there. Ugh, I'm glad she was the last.
Next up is the Silhouette challenge. She's so stiff. Like,
Wow. Uh-oh, you better watch out. Oh my God, your ass is getting ready to come out the screen.
Oh my god! Potty, man, she didn't know what she was doing.
Yo, Rick,
Yes, sir.
let's give her a second.
You got it, sir. Kentucky.
talking all that mess. Let's see how she does. Okay, guys. Let's see. Let's see. What? No.
I win this one.
Uh-oh, somebody took my walking stick from me. Oh, it looked like me coming out the back. I like that. Hey, we can go that way too. She doing her thing.
Good job. Thank you.
Number 5.
Here come my two favorite girls doing their things, and they just looked so good while they were dancing. It's Hoops and Smiley. Like, Smiley, she used to actually be a dancer, and you can tell, like, while she's dancing, like, she's very sensual and she's going very slow. And that's just like a telltale sign of a dancer because apparently that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to dance really slow. But it's hard. Anyways, yeah.
Number 5. Oh, she can split. Hey! Whoa! Yo, how come I can't be the floor right now? Why can't I be the floor? Yo, man, look at the physique. Uh-oh. Number 6 is getting kind of funky.
I just felt like beforehand, I just didn't show or look like I made an effort because so many things were going on. And I just want to show how badly I really want to get to know him.
Yo, number 6, you've been getting kind of fly around here. No, I'm saying let's give number 6 a 9.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Uh-oh, number 7. I ain't gonna lie, but she act like she really doing all that for me. Oh, snap. Damn. She fell upstairs. She almost came to the screen.
I just thought, yes, there is a God.
Okay, so I'm gonna run through this really quickly. Smiley, she ended up winning the challenge, and they ended up going on a date where it was like a sexy little bubble bath moment. They were like in the house, in the tub, just sharing a bubble bath, kissing, talking, doing their little thing. But anyways, so Red Oyster, Hottie, and New York, they're all sitting together talking and stuff. And New York, she's eating her steak. And Red Oyster asks Hottie, "Who do you want to leave?" And this dummy says New York right in front of her. And they start to go into an argument because New York is standing up for herself. Because it's like, out of all the people in the house, why would you choose New York? What is your issue with New York? Because she stole her jacket. She keeps talking about her. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. But anyways, it's just, oh, I know why she hates her. She called her Luther Vandross. I be forgetting sometimes, but yeah, no, New York gave a hottie the most accurately devious reading of all time. No wonder why she don't like her. Okay, anyways, but still, so they're arguing and New York is waving around this knife that she was eating the steak with. And Hottie, she gets scared and she runs away because she's like, "Why are you arguing with a knife in your hand?" And New York is like, "I already had the knife in my hand. You wanted to start the argument. Like, I didn't just pick up a knife, it was in my hand. Like, what are you talking about? You see that I'm eating a steak. Why would you argue with me while I'm eating my steak? Make that make sense."
And I can turn that room into a study.
New York is in the house. Just know that. Just be content with that. Just suck that up. Suck it up. Whether you want to breathe it in.
You're flailing around right now with a knife.
Yeah, a knife in my hand, flailing it around, eating my steak, and I'm loving it. And I'm going to keep the knife in my hand.
Well, girl, why don't you finish your steak?
So, Red Oyster ends up getting some really bad news about her father getting into a really bad car accident, and she has to step away from the competition. So, Hottie's ugh, I hate saying her name so much. But yeah, so Hottie decides that this is the perfect time to tell Red Oyster that, hey, I had a similar experience in college. And Red Oyster ain't having it because, again, why are you trying to take attention off of her and put it onto you? I'm telling you, this girl went to media training classes because I don't get that. That's not human. You're not human.
Shut up, bitch. Make it about you now. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Episode 6.
What EJ needs to know is that I represent all women. We like nice things, flowers, diamonds, especially things that accrue in value.
Okay, so basically Hottie was on this show called Blind Date, and Blind Date is like a early 2000s show where two people go on a date and they're basically making fun of how awkward the date is. And on the show, she's basically being like a gold digger, saying that she just wants him for his money, and she keeps like referring to it and stuff. And honestly, like I get where she's coming from because like me, I'm a little bit, it's just a teeny tiny bit of a gold digger, but really it's because I'm not gonna waste my time and emotions on somebody, and I'm not getting anything out of it. What is that for? Not for me.
Was just here, not to only be on TV, but to go in for my money too.
So real quick, I'm just going to go a lot faster just because we're getting to the hour mark in the video, and this is just an hour of me talking about the show itself, so I'm just going to go a lot faster. But thing is, in this episode, Bridget Nelson, she comes on and she gives the girls like a lie detector test, and she goes on a date with them and just gets a feel for everybody. But in the lie detector test, she's trying to catch all the girls in lies. And it's so funny because Hottie lied throughout her whole test. Her whole test. So you see that man right there? He's also the famous lie detector guy on YouTube. So you've probably seen him so many different times and you would have never known it. Just a little interesting factoid.
Are you 25 years old?
Yes.
Are you older than 30?
No.
We are starting off so strong with her already lying about her age. Like, girl, why are you lying about your age? Is it really that serious?
Have you ever been on television before?
No.
Do you want Foofy Foofy for his money?
No.
Sorry for the blurry picture, but this is the meme right here. So in case you were ever wondering, this is where it came from.
I'm sure the polygraph was going like this. Like, the bitch is lying. She's lying.
Are your boobs real?
And just as a honorable mention, Smiley, she failed the test because she was saying that she was still in love with her ex-husband. and she kept asking questions about like whether or not she could just say yes or no. Like she just couldn't understand that you have to give a yes or a no answer for a polygraph. Yeah, and then New York said that she didn't want to have Flav's kids, which is understandable. The man already has 7 of them at the time of the show, so why would she want to give him another one? But yeah, and then Hoops was okay as far as I can remember, but Pumpkin, she failed the test because she admitted to being on other reality TV shows and then also having sex on said reality TV shows. And that was like a big thing back then, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so it wasn't okay. Or it's not that it wasn't okay, it was just more so she lied to Flav about it, but didn't lie on the test, if that makes sense. All right, so boom. They already did the lie detector test, and then now it's to Bridget's date with all the girls. She's just sitting around talking to all of them. You know, it's supposed to be like a nice little girls' night, but it ends in her, like Bridget and Hoops fighting the whole night, just arguing. Rah, 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 rah.
And it all started with Hoops.
You know what? You think you're too pretty, and you're not that pretty. You just have to settle down.
Bridget, why did you say that? I think she called me ugly. She was just like, you're ugly.
So Hoops, she didn't call you ugly. That's not what she said. She could have said it in a different way, but she didn't call you ugly. She said that basically your ego is way too high and you need to calm it down. But, you know, she said it in a way of, oh, like you think that you're cute, but you're not that cute. It's just, it didn't come across the way that she meant it. Like I understood what she meant, but it just wasn't, it didn't click to Hoops, and that started a whole argument.
The way Bridget might have been acting had to do with jealousy.
This is not necessary. Even though one little girl in there feels offended by me, and I'm sorry about that.
No, not no little girl. And I don't feel offended by nothing you say. Because that's you. No, I don't. You don't gotta keep referring to me, Bridget. You do not gotta keep referring to me. Talk to them about the.
That scene was just so condescending of Bridget, and that's really why they don't mesh well. Like Hoops is a very uh I don't want to say powerful, but she's just one of those people that she just commands respect, and she will give you respect if deserved, you know, and Bridget doesn't deserve that respect. But yeah, Bridget's not liking that. She's not liking being put in her place because she thinks that she's better than everybody else, and she's not. That's really what the argument comes down to. Yeah, it kind of is a little bit of jealousy. Okay, so we get back from the date with Bridget, and Smiley is talking to New York, and she kind of realizes that she doesn't really feel like she's all the way ready to be loved and accept love. And for whatever reason, she's telling this to New York. I don't know why these girls keep going and telling New York anything about how they're feeling about anything, because it's New York. She made it very clear from the very beginning she is not here to make friends and she is only here for love. So why would you tell her anything about how you're feeling?
I want to give love, but I don't think I'm strong enough. And I don't know if I can give myself wholly because I'm totally lost and confused.
And everyone got back.
It even comes out of New York's mouth. I do not know why she confided in me. As a kid, out of all the people in the house you could have told, you're gonna tell New York? Okay, you're dumb and stupid. All right.
I don't know why she would confide in someone like me. This is a competition. Get with it.
New York back at it again with the most devious reads because she calls Smiley a little girl. And it's not in a bad way. It's just more so that she's not all the way emotionally mature, and the way that she's constantly crying and just having all these like emotional outbursts, it kind of does remind me of a little kid, that doesn't get it their way. But yeah, she's basically just saying that she's still in love and she'll never be able to heal over that love until she's ready to. And right now is not the place for her to be.
But as I got to know you, I see this scared, insecure little girl almost like there's something just holding you back.
So before anybody says that New York is so mean, she's so mean, She's not. She actually gives Smiley amazing advice by telling her, like, she's not the right person that you need to be telling this to. Because she's not. She will never be the right person. One, she's going to use that and stab you in the back. Two, she's not the person you need to tell that to anyways. You need to tell this to Flav. You are going for Flav's heart by participating in this TV show. So if you're not able to give Flav your full love and affection and, your full being, because you're not a complete person because you're so hung up on the last, then you need to go home. You don't need to be there.
This is someone that's unsure about herself, about her love life, about her emotional state. If you feel that you're not a complete person and you would be spreading yourself too thin, there's only one person that you should be telling that to, and it's not me.
So I'm just gonna go through these really quickly just because time reasons. But in this segment, she was talking about how Smiley wasn't good enough because she used to be an exotic dancer, and also she's very insecure because she's not over her ex yet. Pumpkin's not good enough because she likes to argue a lot and constantly causes problems, and she's just a weirdo, so she's not good enough.
Are you older than 30?
No.
She lied about everything, okay? Here, her size, her feelings, her measurements here, and it just went on and on and on. Ugh.
She wasn't messing with hoops just because she thought that she was super arrogant and didn't like the fact that she was disrespectful. But again, respect is earned, not given. So
Had really a big fight last night.
I know for a fact Bridget still loves Flavor Flav. He said out of all of these girls, there's no one in the house for me. Bridget can't see other girls having me.
So Flav decides that he's gonna go to all of the girls and just ask them questions about the lie detector test and what they thought of Bridget and stuff and what happened. And one of the first girls he goes to is Smiley. And of course, Smiley is not honest about what actually went down on the test because she doesn't want to admit that she is still in love with her ex-husband. And honestly, I would respect you way more if you were to admit it, but the fact that you want to hide behind closed doors and constantly go to the other girls and tell them about how much you're in love with your ex, it's not okay. It will never be okay. Like, you're weird.
Are you still in love with your ex-husband?
Yes. Are you an erotic dancer?
She still didn't really come all the way clean. She didn't really talk about how much he was in love with her ex-husband.
It's not exactly the best thing to be, so.
So then we got fucking Pumpkin going and telling Flav that, of course, she's still in love with her ex. Like, honestly, Pumpkin is another red oyster, but nobody wants to admit it, and that pisses me off because literally she is a snitch. She literally goes around talking mess and like just talking about everybody and causing problems. Like, she literally said that Hottie was a shit starter and she just likes to sit back and stir it up. No, that's you. Because why would you tell Flav that? Like, that is so out of pocket. But it was necessary, so I'm not too mad at her, but I don't know. I guess I'm just side-eyeing her.
Names with Flav. I didn't tell him who.
If you want to know who it is, I will tell you.
I would love for you to tell me who it is.
Smiley. And I don't think it has anything to do with you personally. Like, I'm not putting her down. I'm just saying it's not the right time in her life. Talking to Flav about Smiley, like, ooh, I'm going to get Smiley out tonight.
So that's it, though?
And I like you and I want to.
My whole problem with Pumpkin is this whole conversation right here. Because you go and you start problems, and then when you're given an opportunity to talk about your own problem, or I don't want to call it a problem because really it's just the fact that she's been on reality TV shows and that she's had sex on reality TV. So that's not really an issue. But it's the fact that she was given the opportunity to come clean with Flav and she chose to withhold the information. She chose to lie about it again. And it ends up being her downfall later on in the season. But I'm so confused on why she didn't tell him in this moment. It was a perfect opportunity, but she chose not to.
I feel like I'm leaving something out.
I'm trying to make sure you don't. I want you to make sure you
Right.
don't.
Have you ever had sex on reality television?
Yes.
All right, so same thing. Flav gives Hottie an opportunity to try and come clean about the lie detector test and say that she failed. However, Hottie, who's stupid, continues to lie, and Flav is just probably sitting there thinking like, "Girl, we both know you failed that test, and you're just gonna sit here and lie to my face?" Oh my god. I still hate the fact that Hottie stayed and Sweetie had to go. Like, it's stupid.
Know that how I feel about you, that I really, really like you.
Is that it?
Should there be anything else?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with spending.
Oh, okay.
I have a problem with wasting.
If a man said this to me, the date is done. We're done. We're over. Cause what? What? Oh no.
Honesty seems to be a really big thing with Flav. He said keep it real with him the whole time, and I've done my best to do just that.
They should have put the tricycle ding 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 right there, because what do you mean the whole time you tried to be honest to Flav? You literally failed a lie detector test. A lie detector test. You failed it. You lied. You have not been honest. You have not been true. You have not been real this whole time. And that's a callback. Actually, no, it's a foreshadowing.
That it?
Yeah, that was it. We just fought the whole time. Like, we fought.
Bridget told me Hoops was very arrogant, very disrespectful, and she's walking around like she won this thing already.
So that's it.
So, in Hoop's defense, I mean, she is the hottest girl in the house. And the other hottest girl in the house is hung up on her ex-husband. There's a weird little white girl running around spitting on people. There's a girl saying that she's in love with the man, doesn't even know him, and only had one-on-one with the man. Then the other girl, she's just a country bumpkin. Like, I mean, she basically did win, and she does win the season. All right, next scene is all of the girls along with Smiley, they go to Flav and they confront Flav about the fact that Smiley is not over her ex. Like, I'm so mad that I keep having to say this, but it's true. She is not over her ex, and so they have to go and talk to Flav, and a whole argument ensues, and it's funny, so I'm just gonna be quiet. Also, I just realized Pumpkin is the one announcing that they're going to Flav because, again, she is a problem starter. I don't know how many times I gotta say that, but she's a problem starter. And we'll just get more evidence of her being a problem starter as the series goes on.
Yes.
The girls as a whole wanted to let Flav know that Smiley didn't want to be here, wasn't sure if she wanted to be here, and if you're not sure, then you should go home.
They feel that I don't want to be in this house, but I do. I just feel that I'm not the strongest person because she's always reminding me that I'm unstable.
She had the audacity and the nerve to call me out in front of Flav.
The relationship she has with y'all is one.
I just love the way that New York said audacity because it hit my ear in the right way. She says audacity, or I don't even know how she says it, but it's like I wish I could see how my mouth is going right now. or 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 audacity. Audacity. Like, well, how the hell, who taught you how to say that word? Audacity? It's the audacity. But still, I love her.
Here. Less than 24 hours ago, you didn't know. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because I didn't know if friendship is enough. This is flavor of love, not flavor of friendship. I don't.
Why does Flavor of Friendship sound like that could have been a show in the 90s? Like, trying to teach people about all the proper ways to be friends? Like, I don't know. But, like, Pumpkin, you might win me back because that was funny. Like, that was hilarious. I'm so glad you said that. Because what do you mean? I didn't know that friendship wasn't enough. Like, and you got the nerve to yell at me? Oh no, calm your voice down because you can't even yell. You don't even sound right yelling because you only cry. So I'm gonna need you to pipe down real quick now, please. Thank you.
My name, it just took me to a special place.
New York, if you notice, she talks with her eyes shut, so, I can't really look into her eyes. She's just weird.
so glad that somebody else pointed this out because it was like one of those things where it's like I don't really know when to put it in, but she does it all the time. Like if you go back and like look at the clips and stuff where in the future you're paying attention now, yeah, like look at it. Whenever she has to say the most craziest thing, like the most out of pocket, the most slappable, offensible things, she always closes her eyes. And I don't know if that's how she gains the confidence for her evilness or what, but something just makes her eyes close and it's weird. But it's a little tick that I like because it's like, okay, I already know you finna say something crazy, so I gotta get prepared to you. I'm mad because I did the most hardest slap ever and my microphone muffled it because it thought it was a background noise. My hand hurts.
Are still pretty good if he's looking at total honesty.
Just plain crazy.
I wasn't even paying attention. I just had my headphones on, and that clip right there made me stop what I was doing and bust out laughing because that is the most funniest thing ever. Like I just want to meet the editor of this show and just shake their hand because their editing is just top tier. And I just want to know how long did it take you to make this? Like, can I get the editor of Flavor of Love on the line? Like, ring, 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 ring.
A little bit shocked, but when that clock was meant for me, I felt great. I wanted to cry.
Smiley, you always want to cry. Like, every single chance you get, you're crying. So that doesn't surprise me. Oh, I felt so good. I wanted to cry. Like, shut up. You made me mad.
Now, before I give you this clock, Smiley, you know I love you, man. The reason why I can't give you this clock from the bottom of my heart.
You had a clock for Smiley, but
Now, I wonder what would make Flav potentially have a clock for Smiley and not give it to her. Huh. We're gonna take a couple seconds. Do, 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 do.
You're still in love with your ex-husband. I don't want to send you home, Smiley, because you're beautiful and the connections that I made with you was genuine. But it's just that your issues, baby.
Yeah, she definitely do got some issues because you really are still in love with your ex. Like every day you spent crying over it. You spent your whole time there talking to all the people that are there talking about your ex. Girl, stand up. Stand up. All right, we're about to get to my next favorite let go because I got a tier list of them. Like, I don't know. I feel like this one right here is like A plus tier. Like, it's not S tier because I'm gonna show y'all S tier. That's later. But this one's definitely an A tier let go, and it's for Hottie. So you already know it's about to be mwah, chef's kiss.
The clock from me, Hottie. First of all, I watched you on TV on Blind Date. And the way you treated my man, that wasn't cool. I'm not looking for a woman like that. That's some gold digger type of
I'm always broken.
Oh, really? Cha-ching, cha-ching.
So your time is up. You got to go, baby. I don't like nobody being around me fake, man.
Remember, at this point in time, Flav does not have money, okay? Like, he had literally just got off of Surreal Life and had that whole issue with Bridget and stuff. But regardless, basically, he was broke. He was broke, and this was him getting back his fame on Surreal Life. And then he got his own TV show. And now he's probably, rolling back in the dough. But just know this man is broke.
Thank you. I'd like to thank you for your time in your house.
Thank you.
And I've been only genuine and honest with you.
No, you haven't. You haven't been genuine and you haven't been honest. You've been playing me all of this time, and that ain't cool. I like a girl that's real. You know what I'm saying? For real. Your speeches is fake. All that is fake. And that is for real. So your time is up, Hottie.
So in this clip, it seems like Flav is really, really pissed off and he's going off on her. But you gotta remember that these girls have been around him for like at least 2 months, right? And at this point in time, he's probably just, he's really getting used to the girls. He probably has feelings for a lot of them because it's like you can't know somebody for 2 months and not develop some type of like emotional attraction or, some type of feelings. And he probably really tried to give this girl a chance. Like, I mean, she is good looking, she has a nice body and stuff, but she can't cook, and everything that comes out of her mouth is a lie. Like, I kinda get where he's coming from in the sense of just being, kind of like attached to somebody and then realizing that they're fake. Like, oh yeah, like I'm going off on them, you know? And it completely took Flav out of his character. Like Flav is such a like a more chill, relaxed, goofy type of person. So to see him going off on her is like such a the word that's coming to my head is like duality, which kind of makes sense because he's a Pisces, but it's just like the duality of it, like it's such a opposite side of him that you would never even expect to come out of him, let alone like everything that he's saying is true right now. Like she hasn't been real, she hasn't been honest, she hasn't been I forgot what else he said, but yeah, those two things. Like she's been acting real weird. And even just all the little like sly comments she was making, like, oh, this is gonna be my private jet. Oh, I'm gonna turn your room into a study. Like, it was just giving off real weirdo vibes. And I'm so glad that Hottie's gone. I still say Hottie should have left the day she made that chicken. And honestly, I'm so surprised that he got rid of Sweetie. I feel like Sweetie would have been a better one, but Sweetie leaving ended up coming out with like the funniest thing ever. But it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So I ain't gonna get upset.
Can't come around me faking and expect me to be a nice guy about it. I was heated, and I ain't gonna lie, but I kind of vented on Hottie a little bit. But I don't like nobody coming around me being fake, man.
And even in this clip, he kind of apologizes for going off on her in the moment, but it's like he just doesn't want nobody being fake around him. And the Waterside team right here, I'm just like, yeah, like I don't want nobody fake around me. The hell, I'm already fake as hell in my own head. Like I got different personalities up in this hole. So why the hell do I need somebody to be fake? I could be fake too. You might not even know the real me, bitch. I don't even know why I said all that because that's not even true, but still very true. Episode 7. Okay, so right now I don't really have a proper intro for this episode, but just know these couple videos that I'm about to show is just New York talking shit about all the girls that are left, and it's the funniest thing ever, and I just gotta let it play.
There were 20 of us. Now there's only 4, including Pumpkin. Do I like Pumpkin? No. Do I respect Pumpkin? No. Does Pumpkin still need a facelift? Yes.
Again, the editor being hilarious and choosing the worst possible clips and angles of these people while she's talking mess. Like, I feel like New York paid the editor. Because why would you do that? Why would you get a video of Pumpkin looking stupid like that?
Goldie, she seems a plus-size, loud woman. I'd go as far as to say I slightly acknowledge Goldie.
The reason why New York is able to acknowledge Goldie is because Goldie is the only one who actually seems like she cares and loves Flav. And I feel like that's why she's able to respect her. So I don't know if you guys remember, but earlier in the video, Pumpkin was saying that she had been on reality TV. Now, we all know that people that have been on reality TV, they're most likely going to try to get on more reality TV shows. So we don't know Pumpkin's true intentions. And then same thing with Hoops. We also don't know her true intentions. Not because she's been shady or anything. It's just more so she hasn't really talked about her love for Flav or, anything even close to it. So it's hard to say why Hoops is here, especially since Hoops is beautiful. So it's like, out of all the people in the world, why are you going after Flav? It must be that money.
Poor Hoops. Frankly, I think she's an undercover lesbian. She's an idiot. She's a liar. I can't wait till she goes home.
So out of the 2 other people in the house, like, because it's 4 people right now. So excluding New York, out of the 2 other people, I genuinely believe that Flav would probably choose either Goldie or Hoops, just because out of everybody, they have the biggest connection. Like they're able to vibe really well, and just whenever they're on screen together, they have really good chemistry. However, with Pumpkin, she's only making out with him, so she's only fulfilling like the sexual aspect. Like I don't really understand how they vibe and stuff. And then also on New York's end, like she's just saying how she loves him. I love you, Flav. I love you. Remind me of that Suicide Boys song.
Hi.
Alright. And I'll drink to that.
I always have a hard time understanding Flav.
So that clip right there kind of just shows why I don't think Pumpkin would be the one that he chooses in this moment. You know, like out of all the four girls, like definitely not Pumpkin. She said it herself. Half the time she don't even understand what Flav is even talking about. So I don't see them being able to actually have a real relationship. You know, it just they're two very different people from two very different worlds. But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's get back to the topic at hand. So, Flavor Flav, he decides to choose Pumpkin and Hoops to go on a date with him to Palm Springs Resort. And honestly, top tier date. It's way better than the date that he chooses for Goldie and New York. Like, honestly, doesn't even compare. But yeah, let's talk about it. New York finds out that Pumpkin and Hoops are gonna go on the date first, and then she starts to feel some type of way, and it makes her go a little crazy.
So that hurt me. Crazy. They're both sluts. I can both totally see them trying to sleep with my man.
We kind of made a pact to make it just be the best time ever. We both just know how to have fun, you know, and we're both like down for whatever. Her more than me.
See, her suspicions are right, because Pumpkin had Flav looking like that. And Hoops admitted to giving him a wild, crazy night. Like, that was the plan. All right, so we already know Pumpkin and Hoops, they were supposed to be going on that date, right? And they did. They did yoga. The yoga was so intense, the instructor had to get involved. Kind of Eiffel Towering her, but we're not going to talk about that. They swam, and Betty was judging them the whole time. Paulie was trying to figure out how he can get an invite. Look at that creepy, devious smile. Like, oh. Flav is so adorable in this next scene coming up. Like, you could just tell that the wheels were spinning in his head as he's coming up with this little joke. And it's just so cute and awkward. I don't know.
I'm going to take you back and start your experience.
Can I just say one thing?
What?
All is swell at the well.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
I know.
What is called pittura festa, which means painting party in Italian. What it entails is for you to take these palette of muds of different colors. This is more about all three of you having fun, painting each other, letting the brush go wild. Certainly have fun here, okay?
I feel so bad for this woman because she told them to have fun here. And little did she know that these people were going to break all of the boundaries. Like, all of them. The very second this poor lady walks out, they start going crazy. They're pouring mud all over each other, just getting it all over, getting in the cracks and the crevices, literally. And it honestly looks like such a fun time, very nice and kind of like a romantic central experience that you can have with somebody. I love it. I would love to do this with a future partner.
That's what I'm talking about.
I pulled the string on Hoops' top because I wanted to see her freak out.
Stupid.
But the reason that she kept it off was because she knew that she needed to. I think she felt like sexually threatened.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't like I get where Pumpkin's coming from and stuff, because it's true. If somebody else takes off their bikini top, you're probably gonna take yours off too. It's like not I don't want to say peer pressure, but it's like I don't know. I don't know. It's just a weird place to be in, but I don't think that she's sexually whatever by her. Oh, sexually threatened by her. Like what the hell?
Scene, I said, boy, am I in. Ha! Woo! Luckiest man in the world, Flavor Flav.
Flav is having the time of his life. And honestly, I don't even blame him. You got two girls taking a shower with you, just washing your body, and like even feeling all up on him all day. Like, yeah, no, he's definitely luckiest man in the world in that moment. Cause the things I would do to have a second with hoops, Lord forgive me.
Flavor Flav!
How's everything going?
Hey, everything is going real fine, miss.
Okay, well, I just have to keep you on a time schedule.
I ain't trying to live right about it.
Next thing that you want to do is there's some towels over here. You start to towel yourself off, and then there's some dry oil over.
I feel so bad for this lady. She is literally just trying to do her job and she's walking in on a shower scene for a threesome. And I feel so bad. Like she's literally like you can hear her voice. She's so uncomfortable right now. Then she ends up like walking away because they're not even listening to her and coming back like 15 minutes later. They're still in the shower. They're still just washing each other off, not really paying attention to her. Again, I feel so bad for this woman. So later on, we end up going to our real official date with Pumpkin and Hoops. And at dinner, Pumpkin, she admits that she doesn't really understand what Flav says most of the time just because he uses a lot of slang. But props to her to being able to admit that on camera.
Hi.
Alright.
I.
And I'll drink to that.
I always have a hard time understanding Flav.
So I think that I probably have a good chance of understanding what Flav is saying. So I'm gonna do a little running translator for whenever he says something like weird or, just a lot of slang where it's like I feel like a normie wouldn't understand, but I get what he's saying. But that doesn't mean I always understand what the man is saying. He says a lot of weird things. He talks like an old school gangster type. So, sometimes you just don't even understand what they're trying to say, but you understand it. It's weird. You got to be a part of the community to understand the community.
Even though I'm from the East, but I'm mad chillin' on the West.
You already know.
The terminology or the, not being prejudiced, but the black lingo, like where they're from, the slang terms, I kind of have a hard time following it. So he'll say some and Hoops or whoever will be just cracking up, and I'm sitting back here like, oh.
Check this out, right? Flav has a way of talking. I ain't mad at you. That phrase came from Flav. Word up. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I lost my train of thought right now. Because now you died, right? Then you got buried. You're turning into skeletons. Nah, man.
I know exactly what he's talking about. That's why I'm like, yo, Flav, keep going. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Pumpkin, a little confused, I think we're back. We're back.
Okay.
And then Hoops realizes early on she's gonna have to try a lot harder for Flav's attention. But Pumpkin ends up winning a one-on-one date with Flav just because she wrote a little note to him, basically saying that she hasn't really spent any real time with him and she wants him to get to know her. But honestly, girl, you spent your whole time kissing this man. That's why he hasn't gotten a chance to know you. You haven't made a real effort. You've just been like, oh, well, let me just make him lust for me. Lust, lust, lust. And kiss, kiss, kiss. And it's like, girl, we're getting too close to the end for you just to be playing around. But Flav realizes the same thing, that she hasn't really given herself a real opportunity to show him what's up. So he allows her that opportunity.
I'm going to say goodbye to you right now.
Okay.
Okay? Don't you move. I'm not excusing you.
Oh, huh?
I'm not excusing you.
Okay.
I'm excusing us. And I will see you at the elimination ceremony.
Okay.
Something about that whole scene I just don't like. It gives off like pimp vibes or something. And it just had Hoops looking stupid because it's like, what do you mean I can't leave? I gotta leave at some point.
Or something more comfortable.
I knew that it would help my chances in a way, and I definitely wanted to take advantage of it.
This whole scene gave off like they had sex. Like, I don't know why, but that's the energy it gives off. Like her showing up in the lingerie, him putting that privacy thing on the door, her saying, I would do anything to help my chances. I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to shame her or anything. It's just more so like I'm curious. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, I'm asking and I'm saying it. Like, I don't know for a fact, but that's just what it gave, if that makes sense. All right, so now we're gonna go to Goldie in New York State. It was at the San Diego Animal Farm or like a zoo or something. I'm not too sure exactly. I wrote an animal farm, but it looked like a zoo, so I don't know. But Goldie is afraid of New York hogging the date, and New York confirms she's gonna be selfish. This scene right here proves it because why are you running for this man? You ain't never ran to this man a day in your life, and you running just because you with Goldie?
I'm concerned about being paired up with New York because I just felt like she would probably like take over.
How you doing, Miss Conservative?
I'm good. So yeah, I kind of like just figured, yeah, at some point, whenever I choose to, I step my game up.
I know what time it is with you.
Something about that. Oh, what's going on, Miss Conservative? That just didn't sit right with me, especially with New York wearing that baby girl, baby top, or baby tee, whatever they're called. Like, ooh. I feel like I've been doing a lot of like oohs and ahs, but it's like I don't know how else to express myself. The thing about having a faceless channel and having a very expressive face and a non-expressive voice, you end up making weird noises to try to express yourself.
I'm very territorial. If anything is worth anything, or you feel that something is a positive force in your life, why would you want to share? Flav is mine. That's how I see him.
I think what I love most about Flav is that he's so self-aware because what do you mean you eat like a rhino? And why have you done nothing to change it? That's my question.
The rhinos eat like I do. You know, their mouth goes around and around. That's how I be eating. Word up, man.
This next scene right here, I'm surprised no one's made it into a TikTok sound because it's just one of those New York moments that when you're that girl, you get it. Like the girls that get it, and the girls that don't. Obviously, you're not one of those girls if you don't get it.
She's a cute girl, cute next to gorgeous. Gorgeous is gonna, devour cute. So, in the looks department, I definitely, I've scored too high for her to catch up.
Drops. Well, I need somebody to feed me.
Okay.
And you look like you will be the one to really feed your man.
And I definitely want to feed you.
Hey, you say it again like that, I'm gonna let you do that. You heard? Man, listen, feed your boy.
Would you like some shrimp? Mashed potatoes. It looks
You're right. Nobody want no goddamn shrimp, Otis. Cause what are you talking about? Like they're not even talking about food. It went so far over her head, and she tried to like interject herself in that moment, and it didn't work out for her. Like you were just let the girl have a chance at winning. Like, come on now. And by the way, in case you're wondering, Goldie, she ends up winning the one-on-one date with Flav. Cause you wasn't bringing your A game. You should have just let the flirt happen. No, you want to be a little interrupter. Like, calm down. Okay, you'll have your chance. Okay, this is another one of those scenes where I just gotta let it play out because the editing is just top tier gold. But basically, Flav is saying like, "Oh my God, thank you for bringing me this girl. I needed this girl," because she seems like she's gonna be the only one to actually care for Flav in the long run. But anyways, yeah, so he's just thanking God for bringing her to him, and New York is not having it. She's holding a knife to her face, and something about New York and steaks and knives, like y'all need to take the knives from this girl, okay? Y'all need to take them away immediately.
Oh boy, I'm being shocked by my girl Goldie tonight. Man.
I think the date was going in my favor.
Lord, what took you so long bringing this girl around me? Why? Why you took so long?
I didn't like it, you know. It hurt that he was paying a lot of attention to Goldie, but I think I handled myself well because I see myself pouring the champagne all over the table and leaving. I mean, I was just like a millisecond from doing it.
What you would really do if you had time alone with me?
I can show you much better than I can tell you.
Let's let the festivities begin. What's up? Can I spend some alone?
So you could see the anger and the rage just boiling in that girl. And mind you, she is still holding that knife. It is still in her hand. Like I could see it in the video. But the next scene is so funny because Goldie looks at her and she turns her head and she's like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, I got your man.
Time with you right now.
Okay.
Flavor Flav, New York. When I left with Goldie, it did not make New York feel good at all. New York, I can smell the heat coming out of the top of her head. See you later, okay? Goldie, would you be kind?
That whore knew exactly what she was doing. But she knew I looked great. She knew she had to pull out all her stops. She, you know, basically dominated the date because, ooh, she finally kissed him tonight.
Sit back, it's all right. Goldie.
What's up?
Thank you for coming around.
Well, I mean, I figured it was about time.
Honestly, I tell you.
Yeah, see, New York and Goldie both knew Goldie had to pull out all of her stops in order to make this date work in her favor because New York got one of them domineering personalities. I bet it's pretty hard to, really get up in there. But no, she had the date the whole time, and I'm really proud of Goldie, and I wish that it worked in her favor in the future. Because, oh my God, look how cute they look. They look adorable together. Like, I love it, and I love their energies together. Like, they have a great energy. Like, I genuinely believe that, Goldie should have been the winner.
It's your man, and that's it. I can't share him.
It's not your body, your great ass, your nice and all of that. No.
I'm not gonna share my man with another woman. A big girl at that, you know what I'm saying? That whore knew exactly what she was doing. She knew.
Body shaming her and crying about not being chosen is not a good look on New York. But anyways, so we get to back to the house, and Pumpkin's basically saying how New York's not even gonna talk to us. She's just gonna go into her room and eat food and ignore us till elimination. And she's right. That is 100% what she does. But it's because she doesn't like you, Pumpkin. You literally called her a man so many different times. Of course she does not like you.
New York, yeah. She's gonna come here, she's gonna go straight to her room. Goldie will come in here and tell us everything, and that bitch won't. She'll go down and get some food, go to her room and eat, and won't talk to any of us till elimination. The only reason I could even see anybody wanting to keep her ass around is because, she, acts like she likes him so much.
I just wants to hit it.
Gross. She's nasty.
This scene right here is why New York thinks all of them are lesbians.
Yes, I did.
The girls that are in the house now, they feed off of the friendship thing. They don't know how to stand alone. I knew from the beginning in this competition that it was very important for me to stand alone always, because that shows Flav that he has a solid woman in the house. He does appreciate that. I'm not here for them.
I don't know if y'all peeped that, but this just showed New York's meme. She has so many different memes from this show. Have you ever heard the one meme where it's 30 minutes? You have 30 minutes. It's New York, bro. It's just crazy. New York, again, is an icon. I love her. She's amazing. Again, New York speaking facts and speaking my brain, because she calls Pumpkin out on what she's been doing this whole time. She has literally been trying to get into Flav's pants the whole season, and it's so sad and like, I don't want to say pathetic because it's working, but it's just like a weird tactic for actually finding love. And as I said before, you will find lust a lot faster than you will find love. So, ooh.
It just seems like she's just there to make out with him and see how far she can go.
You know what time it is.
Thank you.
New York is showing that she's actually from New York in this next scene, because she's talking about how Hoops is a beautiful woman. However, when she opens her mouth, it sounds like dirt. But Hoops is from the South. That's just how they talk. That's just rude. Like, I don't know. And I'm curious what she would say about me. Like, I'm sorry, New York. Not everybody talks properly and enunciates every single syllable.
Oops. She's obviously a very, very beautiful woman, but when she opens up her mouth, you know, it's like dirt.
You know what time it is.
Waiting for the last spark. I was kind of antsy and I wasn't sure what was going to
So
happen.
now all of the girls get to speak their piece about New York, and honestly, funny as hell.
Looking for a richer lifestyle. New York is a gold digger just like Heidi, you ask me. You know what I'm saying? She's just well disguised.
New York knows exactly how I feel about her. She knows that I don't like her. She knows that I think that she's rude, and she knows that I think she's a bitch.
It's Flav talking to the girls, and Goldie is being eliminated. And the thing is, it's so sad only because I feel like they would be good friends. And even Flav says it himself. He says that Goldie's feelings are kind of mixed. And when they had their one-on-one date, she had said that, Flav, I just want to get to know you and be your friend. And I definitely feel like maybe in a future life or something that they would have been a good match, or just in another life. But I definitely see what he's saying. I feel like they definitely have a good connection as friends, and it's okay.
Now move the clock. Time is in between us. I love you, Goldie. I love you too, Flav.
It kind of stings a
So
little
I
to have.
loved that line that Flav said, time is standing in between us. Because I really do believe, like, in another life, they could have been a perfect match. But it's true. It's true. They just don't really have that romantic chemistry and stuff. And it hurts me to say this, but goodbye, Goldie. I hope everything in life worked for you. Episode 8. So we're on episode 8, and basically this whole episode is like a Flav meets a family episode. So all the girls have their family come, and Flav gets to meet them. However, Hoops goes first, and New York is in shock and awe about it, just because she's like, what? I thought he was gonna choose me. Bro, she's freaking out the whole episode just because she goes last, and honestly, I don't know if I could deal with that.
Okay, drama 101. Seriously, the bitch has lost it.
Where is he going right now?
Okay, I went upstairs and I told Hoops. I was like, hey, blah, 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 this is what happened. And she's like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go on mine right now.
How would she know that? I mean,
Because
she's totally clueless. No, that's not true.
In so many words, New York calls Hoop's mom ugly. Like, she called her an ugly piece of art. I'll just let the kid play so you could hear what I'm talking about.
How are you?
The first time I saw Hoop's mom come through the door, I didn't believe it was her mom. You know, it was like, whoa, this is a young girl. How you doing? As I'm getting closer, I hope I get this right. There's the artist. They say that his work looks great from afar, and then once you walk up, it's like, ooh. So I kind of compared, Hoop's mom to that artist's work.
So at first, I was like, New York knows she is dead wrong for calling Hoop's mama ugly. And then, y'all, Hoop's mama started flirting with Flav. She was flirting with Flav the whole date. Like, the whole date. This woman is flirting with her daughter's man. Like, she is, like... What's coming to my brain is, like, disrespectful. But it's not even disrespect. It's just, do you even love yourself or your daughter?
she was liking me and everything, you know, but I got that aura.
I'm a little bit nervous that her and Flav, they're just gonna vibe like me and him did. I'm gonna watch to see what happens because some of them actually started liking one of my boyfriends.
Hoops, baby, I'ma take your hand and look you in the eye when I tell you this. That is trauma. That is trauma. That is fucking trauma. That is awful. I'm so sorry. Cause why? I never even heard of that. I didn't even know that happened. I'm sorry, babe. On a lighter note, Flav makes a stupid joke that doesn't even compare to the mother on daughter crime we just witnessed.
So can you be available to come with me?
I said, you want to night me? I'm already night.
So we're now looking at syrup flavor Flav.
On the way back home in the car, oops, mother was kind of failing me. You know what I'm saying? Moms!
Yeah, my mom's all flirty. I mean, she didn't like do anything behind my back, but I know she would go for it, so hey.
Hoops, that is not normal. Your mom should not be going after men you are talking to. Like, I didn't even think I had to say that. That should be implied. Like, what are we talking about here? That poor baby don't even know that that's not normal. She thinks that that's something that everybody goes through with their mom. I never went through that, and I hope and pray I never go through that. Because what? We already in competition, a competition that you made up, and now you're stealing my men? What? That just proves that saying true. A girl's worst enemy is her mother. Alright, so let's move on to the next girl. It's gonna be Pumpkin. She goes out on a date with her mom and Flav, and they go and get their nails done, and honestly it's a very nice relaxing date, except for when Pumpkin's mom pulls out all of these questions she has for Flav.
Okay, so Flav, what do you think of my daughter anyway?
Very great person.
So you guys are having a good time together?
Man, like crazy. We was down in Palm Springs having a ball.
Imagine you're watching TV with your daughter and you're watching the show that she was on, and you even participated on it too. And you see those clips. Bro, I'm getting that ass whooping.
But knowing my daughter, I don't really think a lot went
Got
on.
mama out here looking dumb and stupid. God damn. She actually ended up liking Flav. I feel like they had a good connection and stuff. I think that she liked his honesty. They get back to the house and Flav asks Mama Pumpkin the most important question ever. How do you feel about your daughter being on reality TV?
Well, this isn't the first thing she's ever done like this, so it wasn't a surprise
I
to
couldn't
me.
even believe his ears. He started smacking his lips. Because what are you talking about?
For real, she done something else like this before too?
I gotta pull a rollie because I hate when people lie. Why are you lying right now? This is your opportunity to come clean and you said no, and then go and proceed to list 6 different shows. What are you talking about?
Like game shows.
She likes to be on
Street Smarts and Family Feud.
Friend or Foe.
And Friend or Foe. And then
John
I went
Wall
on
show.
Blind Date once. But I've never done like a show like this where you live.
You was
with
on
people.
Blind Date before too?
Yeah.
Blaine looked at the camera like, can you believe this shit? This bitch is finna lie to me. Like, oh my God.
While we're all standing there watching Hottie on TV, Pumpkin could have really came forth right then and there and told me, hey, well, listen, I did this show before too, but she didn't do that. I think that was real kind of messed up that she kept it from me.
I'm not like trying to get on TV. I've just been on like 4 game shows and Blind Date
So
and then
sad
a talk
because
show
even
and this.
in that moment when Mama Pumpkin was telling Flav that she's been on TV, she still lied about how many shows she was on because she didn't talk about that talk show.
And also, she said she was also on Family Feud. So I'm counting like 7 shows, not even including the show she's on currently. Like, girl, what are you talking about? You ain't trying to get on TV. The only way you can get on TV is that you gotta apply. So right now, Flav is feeling some type of way because Pumpkin lied to him, and Pumpkin is trying to show affection like how she normally does, and Flav's just not really having it. But it also doesn't help the situation that he does need to poop, and she goes and hugs and squeezes on him and stuff, and he has to go to the bathroom, and she's not trying to let him go, and it's looking real sad, real desperate, real pathetic, and her face says it all in that moment.
On with Flav because he's been acting a little different tonight, but whatever.
Well, anyway, I was on my way to the bathroom because I'm getting ready to go drop my kids off at the pool. You can let me go right now. Boy, do I got to go. Boy, do I got to go. I don't know how I feel right now since she hid the blind date thing from me. And I wanted to spend time with Hoops.
Hoops is having her one-on-one tonight.
What the hell are you talking about? She has a one-on-one with him. She just got home. Together. When I found out that Hoops was having some one-on-one time with my man, it was a little rough for me, and I didn't like it.
So instead of Pumpkin just resonating with those thoughts of, insecurity, she then goes and messes with New York and tells New York that Hoops is gonna go on her date. And I don't understand why she did that, but I think I kind of explained why in that moment. She was feeling insecure, so she wanted to go and mess with somebody to make them feel like shit because she was feeling like shit. And again, I hate Pumpkin so much. Then to make things worse, we find out that New York is a emotional eater because she says, "Oh, I'm just feeling some type of way and I've just been eating, eating, eating." So it's just she eats to fill that void of emotions. I don't know, I'm not a psychologist. But yeah, I feel like that's devious. Am I tripping? Like, that is hella weird of Pumpkin to go and mess with this girl that you know is an emotional eater, and then you go and call her fat. Like, that's another crazy thing. Like, she constantly calls New York fat, but it's because New York is stressed out. She's watching her man go on dates with other girls. Like, I'd be feeling some type of way too. I don't know if I'm gonna be eating up the whole kitchen, but people process their feelings in different ways, and that's just how she processes it. So it's fucked up for Pumpkin to go and do that.
To be very territorial. I wouldn't call it jealousy because I'm usually the superior woman. I'm a wreck. All I've been doing is eating, and I'll probably eat all night.
I think New York is pathetic, and I think it's hilarious to watch her go from this extreme to this extreme.
Why don't you go upstairs? When I went to bed that night, I just said to myself, tomorrow belongs to New York.
See, I don't be making stuff up. She literally just admitted that she likes to mess with her because she's easy and she goes from one extreme to another. So you're weird. You're just a weirdo. Because why do you want to mess with somebody like that? Like, obviously, they're not all the way, you know? I mean, I can't talk because I'm the exact same way. I'm one day I'm up, one day I'm down, it's BPD problems. But regardless, I don't understand why you want to mess with her. Like, that's weird and it makes you look small and pathetic. And never mind, I ain't gonna say nothing. But New York was just sitting there eating a sandwich, a fucking torta, and then she got another sandwich, ate some ice cream and some chips. Like, you are messing with this girl. You are the sole reason why she's probably gained 20 pounds while on the show. Then you got the nerve and the balls and the galls to make fun of the girl? Oh, your karma came. And I'm so glad. I am so, so glad. So Mama York and Papa York come to town, and Mama York's not really feeling Flav's artwork. Basically, she's trying to figure out why he has this in his house, and she's saying how it's kind of like demonic and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, you approved of that painting?" And Flav is just confused because it's like, "What's the issue? What's the problem? Why do you have a problem with the art I have in my house?" And honestly, I would like to defend her, but mind you, this is like the very first real conversation that they're having, and it comes across as very rude and like very argumentative, and just the way she's talking to the people around her, I don't like.
I don't get it. Why is you like this? Why don't you just accept beautiful art for what it is?
That's very demonic.
And, they just
And you approved of that, right?
Well, I'm not mad at it because it's just art.
Okay, well, I don't have to
I know
care.
New York's mom. I don't think she liked me too tough, but I wanted to make sure that I connect with New York's parents.
So
And I
I
heard that-
did a little bit of research for this next scene that's coming up. Mama York asked Flav how old he is, and Flav says he's 46. He was born in 1958. And I did my little research. Mama York was born in 1951. So she's 8 years older than Flav, right? Right? Okay, stick with me, stick with me, stick with me. And I also did a little research about New York. New York was 22 when this show was made. Like, this show is 20 years old. She is now 42 years old. She is still not older than Flav at the time of this recording. And this is 20 years ago. No wonder why Mama York took the longest drag of her cigarette, because she's questioning where she went wrong in her life. Because why does New York have daddy issues to the point where she is dating a man that is more than 2 times her age? I can't talk, but still.
How old are you?
I'm 46 years old.
46?
I sure am. I was born in 1959.
Wow. 46.
You know what? I feel good.
Woo! Oh, please.
Flavor
Oh, my God. You're 46. You're old. Kind of old. Tiffany, you gained weight.
Yeah, I did.
Does she look great?
She's fat.
Flav is able to successfully diffuse all the attention that is on him for trying to be a cradle robber. And then Miss Mama York, she tries to then turn her anger onto New York and be like, Tiffany, you've gained weight. And then Flav is like, oh, well, doesn't she look good? No, she looks fat. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? That is so messed up and so unnecessary for you to be saying all of that. Like, you can't just sit in the car and just look out the window like a normal person. You're gonna call your daughter fat in front of the person that, like, in front of her quote unquote boyfriend? Like, I'm just in shock and awe because I'm realizing in all 3 scenes of them bringing the moms on, the moms have been the daughter's worst enemies. We got one mama trying to steal her daughter's man. We got another mama outing her daughter as a fame-hungry wannabe reality TV star. Then we got another one calling her daughter fat on national TV. What are we doing?
Flav loves my body. I told him I'm bloated right now. He doesn't care.
Tiffany, you've gotten fat, honey.
Yeah. I mean, you've already told. Yeah, I put on a little weight. I'm just
sorry.
finished
Okay.
talking about my weight.
Sorry.
I'm gonna lose,
I just have
and
to
it's time
adjust
to lose.
Okay, I just have to adjust to seeing you fat.
Well, just make the adjustment.
Okay, all right. I don't use that tone with me, okay?
Like, I can't believe my
I
mom's
understand the audacity Mama York has, but it's obviously the exact place where New York gets it from. But yeah, because Mama York was getting mad at New York for basically standing up for herself, and New York said, "We will talk about my weight when it is time to lose it." And that is some real shit. Like, I respect New York for standing on business. Why do you feel the need to talk about my weight when right now I feel comfortable? I feel good. I feel great. Why are you talking about my weight when I don't have a problem with it? That's weird. That's some hater shit right there. Like, I don't really understand it. But yeah, anyways, Flav takes them to this tennis court, and he's able to bond with Tiffany, or New York's dad, and they're able to bond, like they love each other, but he just wasn't able to get through to Mama York. And honestly, I don't know if he was ever going to be able to get through to her because she's a Scorpio, he's a Pisces. Y'all could get along, but a Scorpio is going to see through a Pisces bullshit every single time. And I don't think that they were going to like each other once Flav told Mama York his age. Because Flav, you ain't got no business as a 46-year-old man talking to no 22-year-old girls. I'm sorry, but not sorry. That's weird, but it's whatever. It's whatever. They are two consenting adults, but it's weird to go and meet the mom. Like, and you guys are the same age or in the same age group. Like, the mom is only 8 years older than you, bro. Like, that's just, I don't know, man.
My daughter to be with. I mean, maybe she needs to come home for a little bit, you know?
Tonight is elimination night, and I don't feel confident because my mom may have ruined my chances of being with Flav.
All right, baby. Bye-bye.
Take care.
She's making a terrible mistake. This is not going to work at all.
So, like New York said, she's not too confident in what's gonna happen, all because her mom didn't want to play ball. But the thing is, she don't know about Pumpkin. So, but we Pumpkin is talking shit about New York and saying how New York wears men's cologne because it makes them more attracted to her. And I don't know the science behind it. I feel like this was just a time before they invented pheromone perfumes. And she probably just didn't know about them. But yeah, get y'all some pheromone perfume. That's definitely gonna make the men want you. And not even just men, it'll make people just want to talk to you and come up to you in general. I love pheromone perfume. It makes me smell so good. Like, ooh. This is the brand that I have. It's called CG Pheromone Perfume, and the scent that I have is All Night Long. It's the one in the middle. Let me smell it real quick. So I just smelled it, and it just smells really good. It's like a sweet smell. It's not necessarily floral, but it's definitely an amazing smell. Like on the bottle, it says that it's a blend of oranges, peony blossoms with a subtle touch of black rose and a rich melody of vanilla and woody amber. And I definitely feel like that's kind of true. I do smell like the vanilla and the amber and the orange and some flowers and stuff, but it just smells amazing to me. However, I definitely recommend going to a sex shop and smelling all the different perfumes that they have because there's so many different options and they all smell amazing, but you should have to go for the one that smells the best for you.
Everything about New York makes me want to throw up. So you're not that cute to me. She's just, I don't see it. Ugh.
New York wears cologne instead of perfume because she said when men smell it on her, like it makes them feel sexy because they smell themselves. No, this bitch has lost it.
Don't worry though, New York, she was talking her shit too.
They're both lesbians. I would say that Pumpkin would be the lipstick lesbian and Hoops would be, the man.
Alright, so we get to the elimination, and again, Pumpkin is confused by what Flav is talking about, so I'm gonna be a translator. Hey, so real quick, I'm gonna be popping in and out of the video just so I can escape the copyright rules. However, I do want to tell you, YouTube, I have made this whole series my own thing. I have turned 12 hours into 2.5 hours. Like, I think I should be able to get away with it. You know what I mean? But who knows?
I had a beautiful time with you in Palm Springs, man. I know you got mad love for me, but these girls are down for me. This is like your 6th reality TV show. You know what I'm saying? And I know you got love for me, but I think you're still here for more for TV than me. I didn't even know you had did a blind date until spoke with your moms. Why hide from me? Don't hide, divide.
I wasn't hiding it from you.
But you never told me. I love you, but your time's up. You gotta go.
I'm so pissed because he's sitting there saying that the only thing I'm trying to get into Hollywood or whatever. No, the girl in the blue dress, the bitches.
Even if New York is an aspiring actress, you have still been on 6 reality TV shows. While this was New York's first one and her big break in a way. So I don't understand what your argument is in this point. Because it's like you're trying to Like, as you're being put down, you're still trying to put down New York. So that's why I really don't like you. It's because it's like you can't even internalize what people are telling you. You're so focused on somebody else and what they're doing, and you're not even listening to what he's saying. He's saying that you've been fake because you never told him. It's not even the fact that you've been on the TV shows, it's the fact that you never said anything about said TV shows. That's weird behavior. You're not being honest with him. That's why he doesn't want you.
And you're punkin, come back. Wait. Hold on.
You just disrespected me.
First of
You
all, I
disrespected
did not
me.
disrespect
Yes, you
you,
did.
love.
Yes, you did.
Oh, no, you disrespected me
No,
by
I did
holding
not.
information from
If
me.
you would have asked, I would
baby.
have told you.
No,
Everybody else in the house knew.
why do I have to ask? So why everybody knows except me? You're in my house.
I am not here for
That's
reality
not
TV.
fair to me,
This is
baby.
the aspiring actress standing right in front of you.
That's
Were you
not
trying to
fair
address
me.
me?
I just said you're the aspiring actress.
I haven't did any TV shows and I have not been
I've
playing
been
with
on
game
game
shows
shows
and
and
knows
TV
it. That's why I'm
shows.
standing up here and you're getting ready to get the boot.
She's over there crying, saying how Flav disrespected her, but she's being disrespectful by withholding information from Flav. He literally said it too. And then her argument is, well, everybody in the house knew, so I didn't think it was that big of a deal. When it's like, no, just because everybody else in the house knows doesn't mean that he knows. You should have been told him. That is the whole reason why you're getting kicked out right now. And on top of that, then she goes and talks about New York. And it's like, why are you bringing New York into this me and you conversation? Like, I will never understand that shit. Because that don't even make sense. Why are you trying to talk shit about New York, saying how she's an aspiring actress when you've been on 6 TV shows? Like, it's the pot calling the kettle black. What are you talking about?
Pumpkin is eliminated. Bitch tries to call me out. She's telling Flav that I'm an aspiring actress, which I am, but I've been real with Flav the whole time.
So New York has told him that she wants to be an actress. That's the difference. That's the real difference here. Okay? Because it's one thing if you tell me straight up, oh, I want to be an actress, like, okay, cool, whatever. You know, like maybe shit might work out for you later on after this TV show. Who knows? I can't say. But it's a whole nother thing to be withholding information. And even when you were on the lie detector test, that was your opportunity to come out and tell him, like, hey, I've been on all these different reality TV shows. Hell, one of the questions was literally, did you have sex on reality TV? And you're like, oh, well, I hope that Bridget doesn't tell Flav. But it's like, girl, it doesn't matter if Bridget told him. You should have told him yourself. He probably got the lie detector test results and then didn't think anything of it because it's not that crazy. Like, oh, okay, maybe you've been on like one TV show and it's like your second one. No, you've been on 6. You've been on 6, bro. And then on top of all of that, you're weird. You're weird because you're having this big emotional outburst over the fact that you got caught lying. I just did some quick research to make matters worse. Pumpkin has been on more shows at this point in time than Flav has. I counted 4 different shows that Flav was on, and 2 of them we're talking about. One of them is Surreal Life, and the other one is Flavor of Love and Strange Love. Like, I've talked about those shows in this video. But yet and still, Pumpkin is talking crazy right now. She's so mad about the fact that you have been on more shows than Flav. You've been on more shows than anybody else in that room combined at this point in time, bitch. And you're talking crazy to Flav, acting like you're not in the wrong. You're wrong. You're weird.
You know what? You know what? You are just as ugly on the outside as you are on the inside. Hoops, I wish you the best of luck, baby. If you want a real girl, pick Hoops, because she's the real girl, okay?
Bye, Pumpkin. Your game doesn't count. You're getting the door right now.
I was shocked because New York and Pumpkin was really getting heated at each other.
You know what? At least I didn't gain 20 pounds being on the show, you fat ass.
I'm better than you making an accent right now. Yes, the hell I did.
Take bitch play.
Bye, Pumpkin. Bye, Pumpkin.
She is so nasty and hateful to New York. Like, the way she just spoke to her is so unnecessary. Why are you trying to pick on this girl right now in this moment? Like, I'm really am curious, like, why she wants to pick on her so hard. Like, I get it, they got beef or whatever, but she wasn't even the topic of discussion, and now you're fighting her because you wanted to bring her name up in a conversation you shouldn't have even talked about, or you shouldn't have even brought her up in, because this is a you and Flav top like conversation. Like, what are I don't know. It just pissed me off. Like, just so we're clear, I want to repeat what Pumpkin said in a more friendly manner, but just know it was messed up. She said, at least I didn't gain 20 pounds on the show, you fat, ugly, T word, B word. I gotta say it like that. But that's just crazy to me. Like, what? That has to be some type of racism or something, because that doesn't make sense. Why are you so mad?
You said I look like a pumpkin? Give me a hug.
Bitch, you look like a f***ing man and you need that facelift and get rid of the
Oh,
crow's
you
feet.
see. I don't even pay no attention. I'm not. You're bigger. Okay? I love you.
So I'm not lost on the fact that New York just called her a man. Like, I understand that. However, New York only calls Pumpkin a man whenever Pumpkin like says a slur. So I kind of get it, because it's just like she's just dishing it back to her. But what happens next, I don't think it was deserved at all. I think that it was very much uncalled for and it was disgusting. And it is the sole reason why I will forever hate Pumpkin. It's not even how she acted on the show. It's just because of this shit. Because again, it feels racist.
Get her out of here.
Actually, I can stop the
Do it! Slap me, bitch. What? You put your hands on me. Did you see that bitch spit in my face? Bitch, I'm gonna take you out because I'm.
See, that right there was just so nasty, so disgusting, and so uncalled for. Like, you literally said, "Oh, if I wanted to, I could slap you." And then she says, "Do it." And then you spit on her and you try to run away. You're a coward. You're a coward, and I will never respect you. Like, this is the whole reason why I don't like Pumpkin. Like, it's not even all the other stuff that she said or done, because she's literally a menace to society. It's the fact that instead of actually standing on your business and slapping her, you gonna go and spit on her and run away like a scared little dog. And that's why this edit is even funnier.
I promise you, it's not over.
Episode 9. So this whole episode was like a whole clip show type of thing. It was just basically going over everything that happened from the very start of the season all the way to the very end of the season. Or not to the end of the season, but up until that point, I wasn't really interested in watching it, or I did watch it, but there was just nothing really for me to talk about in it because it was basically all of the stuff that I've talked about before. So yeah, I'm not gonna show clips because that's a waste of time, and I'm already at 2 hours and 15 minutes. Episode 10, the final two. All right, episode 10. Flav takes the girls all the way to Mexico for a nice good time. But Flav is on some BS and is being messy as hell. Because he says, "Oh, I want to have the two girls come together tonight for dinner just so I can see what they think of each other." Sir, you know these girls hate each other. You know that they do not like each other. So then you're gonna go and have them meet up and then expect a civil dinner? You get everything you deserve in this moment.
Private dinner for us. The purpose of me having this dinner, though, just to let y'all know, I wanted to see what the girls think about each other.
Why?
So then Flav is gonna double down on the messiness and ask the girls, "Why do you think that the other girl is here?" Yeah, you wanted a problem. You wanted to cause a fight or something. 'Cause what? I don't know. I can't understand it. And Flav is all about peace, but he's causing problems.
How do you think and New York is sitting across from you?
See, just straight messy.
I think a big part of her wanting to be here is TV.
Wow. Oh boy.
I think she was a real fake person.
So that was Hoop's opinion of New York. Now let's get New York's opinion of Hoops.
I'm gonna look at you and say that, to be quite honest, I'm not the athletic type, you know. I don't like to get out there on the basketball court, and she seems a lot more athletic or, you know, sports orientated. But I'm definitely a romantic, I would say. I'm seductive.
Hoops is about to read New York to filth in this next scene. Like, I can't believe it. Like, she just went off on the girl. She should have said it to her face.
She talking about something, she's sexy and seductive. She dresses like a damn tramp. You know what I'm saying? She has her ass. I don't know what's seductive about that. She don't have an ass. She might got one now because she done gained 15 pounds since she been here. You know what I'm saying? Hang down in here with the nipples underneath. Vaseline being covered all over your body. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's seductive about that.
The only reason why she's sitting here at the table is because you've seen something in her that you were able to connect with. For me to answer the question, I'm going to answer it like an adult. Obviously, there's something. Excuse me, I'm talking to Flav.
So what?
New York and.
So I'm cutting it off before they get into their argument, just because I wanted to say this. It could not have been Flav's idea to have them get together for this dinner. Like, it must have been production orchestrating this, because that whole little interaction and what's about to happen is about to give baddies. Like, I know for a fact the girls were waiting for this episode. Like, I bet you they had popcorn and everything waiting for this episode. Because, oh my God, this is so messy and I love it. I'm going to eat it all up.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. I'm not going to do this with you. But you're totally wrong. I never was here for TV purpose. So I'm not going to argue over dinner. I ain't arguing with you. Especially with you.
Your opinion, my opinion.
Your opinions are your opinions.
And yours are yours.
Exactly.
All right.
So keep them coming, and I'll keep them in mind out there.
I know you're good at it, ain't you?
Absolutely.
That's what you do.
And you're learning.
I don't like seeing people fight, and I think it's childish fighting over me.
Shout out to the editors for adding Ride of the Valkies. I don't know how to say it, but the Ride of the Bees to the background. Because that right there, top tier, funny, like, just amazing. And honestly, again, production, y'all are messy. I love y'all, but y'all are messy as hell. This scene right here just perfectly gives off mommy and daddy are fighting and I don't know what to do. Alright, so now we get to the next scenes where it's gonna be Flav taking them on their one-on-one dates just to get closer to the girls and just, you know, see who he really has a vibe with, who he really has a connection with, and try to make his final choice.
When she got down to the river and I see New York, she is so slamming.
I get it, New York was looking good, but ain't no girl gonna be looking so goddamn good. She gonna have me be falling off a boat trying to catch myself from falling to my death. Like, what the hell?
Flav was so lucky.
Come here.
Like, you were lucky to survive. What are you talking about? And then he gonna pop out like, and it's like, bro, Flav is so childish and I love it. Flav had took New York to a private island and they had like a cute little date. I loved it. He had took her on like a kayak, and this girl, she said herself, she don't know how to swim. And she was just making a whole mess of the situation because her ass don't know how to stay in a fucking boat. I don't understand how hard it is to stay in the kayak, but you know, it's not me.
I could get New York to be on some outdoor stuff with me.
Get in. You know, I'm not the best swimmer in the world.
She got dumped in.
New York, baby, you are not helping with the allegations. Cause what was that? What even was that? Cause that was sad and pathetic. But yeah, I guess she really isn't athletic, I guess.
It was nothing like I expected, but I wanted to show Flav that I could come out and try.
She did pass the test, cause she was having a ball for real.
Oh man, New York, you was crazy, you know that.
I know.
So they were able to get together and have like a nice little cute date, and I love it. They had fun. It was goofy. New York got to show off her
personality in a way, I guess. I don't know. And I guess Flav was feeling it. But she said, "Oh, I already took like 75% of him and I'm about to take the other 25% on this date. I'm about to suck him dry." And bro, in the whole episode before their date, she was making all types of different innuendos and stuff, and I just don't feel like finding them all. But honestly, girl, calm down. Calm down. You don't even know this man. You ain't even won the competition. You already trying to do stuff with him. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about that. That's just me though. But then again, as a Scorpio, I can never see myself trying to fight for a man's love. So, oof.
I took at least 75% of Flav's energy thus far. But the other 25% I will take tonight at dinner. So there's gonna be nothing left for Hoops. I'm gonna suck him dry.
If you
So New York was trying to work her magic on Flav, right? Using her mouthpiece like the way she do. And she said, "Oh, I am very understanding," right? And then Flav is chewing on a piece of meat, and that piece of meat is like a fatty piece, and he spits it out, right? And she looks at him with straight disgust. Disgust. Oh my God.
Girl could fit in my life.
Why do I feel that you should pick me over her? It's because I'm very understanding.
Flav needs to stop eating around these girls, because every single time he eats around these girls, they look at him crazy.
I just feel that I'm the better woman for you. You know, to be blunt about it, to be quite honest about it, I want to be in your life. Truly.
if you was carrying a football right now, I swear to God, you just gained about 35 yards.
So New York finally gets her moment alone with Flav, and they spending the night. And look at what she's wearing and what Flav is wearing. She has a mission in mind. That girl is finna get down. Or anybody is like, "Vi, how you know that? Maybe they just cuddle. Maybe they did this. Maybe they did that." New York says it herself, but I'm not gonna show it until later on. But let's go over to Hoops and Flav's date. Hoops and Flav, they're so cute together, and I hate to admit it, but they are. But they're playing this little game where it's like they try to avoid kissing each other, and it's like adorable. I love it. Flav takes him on a ziplining date, and honestly, he just knows Hoops so well because they just have the best time ever.
Oh, God, when she was going across that line, I looked at that behind. Boy, it wasn't fine. And I said, she's got to be mine. That's fine, huh? Back. And I said, don't worry, I'll pick up your slack.
Oh, this thing is killing my nuts. Oh, my nuts. We need to make a nut adjustment.
Are we surprised that the man with 6 kids needs to have his nuts adjusted? Because I'm not. He probably got spit balls. Like, you don't have 6 kids for no reason. You're obviously very fertile.
Let's go. Ready? And let it slide. Here we go.
Yeah, boy. Woo! Look at your man. Look at your man.
Oh, how come I'm slowing up? What's up? What happened?
Bro.
Huh?
If this was New York right now, she'd probably been sitting in the van. If Flav was been all by himself.
So we get to the date with Hoops and Flav, and Hoops can't stop talking about New York. Even that last clip, she brought up New York. And Flav, he's just starting to get a little bit tired of it because he just wants to enjoy his food and have a nice night. But she keeps bringing up the competition.
Now look, at dinner, all I wanted to do was just focus on us. But Hoops kept listening on New York.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't cool. That's for you.
For me.
Flav ends up getting Hoops a necklace, and Hoops actually gets Flav a present. And she's the first girl to ever do this, so I feel like it's kind of like a special moment. And it's super cute.
Asking for your red ashtray, so I got you an ashtray, okay?
Yo, this is Bob. This is Bob. This is the Bob. This is old.
So Flav, like I said, really loved the present. And he ended up taking Hoops back to the room and spending some time with her. Now, in this shot, it looks very suggestive, but apparently they didn't do anything. But I don't know. I feel like they be messing around sometimes. They be saying, "Oh, we didn't do nothing," but you know they did. I don't know. I ain't gonna talk about the girl. So when the night ends, Hoops goes back to the room with New York, and Flav decides that he's gonna travel back home a day early. So they're going from Puerto Lavara to Los Angeles, and he just stays for a little bit just so he can get some alone time and try to figure out what he wants to do and what girl he wants to choose. When the girls get back to the States, Flav sends them to go and get their hair done and get a dress for the elimination. He wants the girls looking their absolute best, but Hoops is having some problems. She's just being very like I don't want to say picky, but it's also just like judgmental and stuff. Like I don't know. You'll see. You'll see.
So what are we doing today? Do you have extensions or anything? Yeah, I don't, unfortunately, no, I don't have extensions. Nothing. No.
So we're already off to a bad start because the hairdresser doesn't know how to do extensions, and she lies and says that they don't have extensions there. So it's a very weird thing, and she ends up doing her hair, and she doesn't like it. But it's also because it's like, do you even know what you're doing? Like I'm questioning your confidence in being able to do my hair right off the bat. Like I wouldn't even want her to be touching me. Like no.
I'm getting headaches. This is just not working.
What do you mean you're getting a headache because this is not working? Girl, are you just playing in my head? You got a whole heating device near me and you can't even figure out what you're doing? Like, that's what I mean. You're starting off with not building the confidence with your client and then you're wondering why she doesn't like her hair. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, I don't understand that. Why not let somebody else do it? Is the money that important to you? Like, it's wild.
So what about this one? So what do you think about this one? I think this is the one.
So New York is having the time of her life shopping, picking out the dress and trying them all on, while Hoops is just sitting there looking like a sour lemon. And I feel bad, you know, because it's like I feel like we've all been there where it's like we've had an important event and you're getting your hair done and it doesn't come out the way you want and stuff. Like such a shitty feeling because it's like, man, ain't nothing gonna go right. But I don't know. I just feel like
I think I look like a ram right now.
A ram?
Yeah, you know the animal that have the horns right here?
I mean, she do, but she don't, but she do, but she don't, but she do.
I look like a RuPaul. Okay.
Okay, Hoops.
I think so. Well, thank you. Fun. Yeah, I will. See you again. Okay,
Take
bye. Disaster happened in there. I don't like my hair. I don't like it. Take me to the hood or something. They know how to do it. Whatever. I'm mad.
I know for a fact production chose a stylist because I feel like Flav would have known to go to a black neighborhood to get people's hair done, but that's just me. I don't know. I wasn't there. I was a baby at the time.
I was almost in a steak shop. It was just beautiful. It's gorgeous.
I tried on 7 dresses and they were all ugly. And the one that I have now is ugly, but it just looked the best out of everything.
So Hoops tries on a whole bunch of dresses and she ends up not liking any of them. And honestly, I feel like this red one would have been so cute. But that's just me. You know, she just said she just didn't like it, but it's all good. I'll show you guys what dress she ends up choosing at the elimination ceremony. Again, production being messy. How did you let these girls buy the exact same dress? Like, oh my God, this is crazy. And you know, New York had to be the first one to open up her mouth and start talking some mess.
That dress looks awful close to mine. Somebody must be jealous. I'm not jealous, and you know.
Okay, so boom, we're at the elimination ceremony, and New York has been running her mouth the whole time, and Hoops is just fed up with it. Like,
I hope it backfires on her so bad. You know what I'm saying? I hope it backfires and I hope I get to see her ass just walk out the door.
so Flav is going back and forth between the girls trying to figure out which one he wants, and he doesn't want either one of them to get mad. He's like asking like, oh, are you gonna get mad? Are you gonna get mad? Are you gonna get mad? Promise you won't get mad.
You said you won't be mad at me?
I won't be mad at you.
You said you won't be mad at me.
You know what?
Both of y'all said y'all won't be mad at me. New York, Don't be mad at me. I'm gonna roll with hoops. Still love me?
I love you.
Let me show me something. Look, I love you.
So Hoops just starts telling us all of her manifestations, and she's basically preying on New York's downfall. And it's actually kind of funny because all of her predictions were accurate.
No. I hope New York is crying her eyes out in the car. Oh my god, oh my god. I'm sorry, it just hit me just now.
New York having a mental breakdown? Check.
I hope she doesn't know what to do with herself. I hope she drinks herself to a coma.
I'll take that whole bottle, actually.
New York being a total alcoholic? Check.
I'm glad I got to see her ass walk out that door. And for the record, that's my man, bitch.
Flav being her man? Check.
Why did he do that? Like, you know what I mean?
Loving you, Hoops.
I don't understand. I don't want to get pissed at Flav, but he's an idiot right now.
I think she's trying to figure out, why did Flav have sex with her just to leave her hanging? And if that ain't like a man, oh my God, why would you do that to somebody? Like, why would you play with somebody's emotions like that and allow it to get that far and not reciprocate? That's messed up. That's messed up. There's no other words to say it.
Would you? Be my baby.
Yeah.
Hoops gets her grill from Flav, and it looks so good on her. Like, it's so cute. And Flav has a matching grill. Like, it's like such cute little couple things, like such a couple goals. I love it. Episode 11, the reunion. So we're starting off with Sweetie finally getting her feelings validated by Flav. Flav admits that he was stupid to choose Hottie over Sweetie. I mean, it was stupid. I can't. It was the biggest fumble. I don't know, Sweetie's cute, but that's just me.
I understood where she was coming from, and honestly, I'm gonna kind of agree with her. It's because I got rid of her and kept Hottie. That's retarded.
Girl in Flav's house, you didn't want knowing your business. I'm back. We'll be back.
Next up, we got Red Oyster. Red Oyster, we already know she was telling Flav all the other girls' secrets, and basically people were calling her a snitch and tattletale, all this stuff. And I mean, she did do it. She was a snitch, so I mean, there's no argument there. However, if you're playing with somebody's heart, I feel like they should know if you're up to no good. That's just me. So I do not know where I stand. However, our resident spy has a secret of her own.
Hiding a secret of your own because our people did some research and we found out something that even Flav doesn't know about. Tell it, tell it. I'm just a messenger. We found out you're married. Flav, I want you to take a look at that. That's the marriage certificate that was given to me. But you want to ask everybody else. Shut the f*** up. And that's who you ask to trust your mouth. Oyster, can you?
Yeah, so we find out Red Oyster is married. However, I don't really think that she's like the marriage where Smiley had, where she's still in love with her ex-husband. I think that they were probably like already out of love and she just took the opportunity to get on the show. Now, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing or a good thing, I just understand where she's coming from, especially if, like, why be heartbroken when you could be on TV? Like, yeah. But just don't take your heartbrokenness on the show. Like, it's very simple. And Miss Latin was telling everybody that she was missing her ex. Smiley was telling everybody that she was missing her ex, and nobody even knew anything about Red Oysters. So, like, y'all can't talk. Like, I don't know. Rain almost falls while standing up, talking mess, and she deserves it. All right, so up next we got Hadi Yadi with the Body Yadi. Don't eat your chicken if you like it, lifey. So basically Flav is telling her how we can never be together because you only want me for my money. And it's honestly funny because you started singing the Wizard of Oz song, and Flav is a comedian. He's hilarious. But yeah.
For my money. Let New York get kicked out, you can turn that room into a study. I think you better learn how to study how to cook chicken.
Somebody, oh,
Serious, you thought that was done for real?
I didn't know that button was for
If you
defrost.
only had a brain,
Girl Scout
Hottie.
honor, I did not know.
If you only had a brain.
I didn't know it was for defrost.
Check this, yes, my name is Hottie. I'll blow my nose if it was naughty, if I only had a brain.
Okay, so boom, check it. Goldie is starting a new career in comedy because the people have been loving her ever since she's been on TV, and she's telling people that she's not really with the drama and stuff. And then she tells Cherry to keep her name out of her mouth. And Cherry's, who's been talking mess about everybody this whole reunion, she goes and runs up on Goldie, and Sweetie is like, who are you? No, not in my house, and is like, fight me instead, because it's not a fair fight to begin with. You look stupid. But also, again, she's been having problems with everybody, so it's like, bruh, get out of here. Security ends up kicking her off later on after she goes for New York, because New York was really finna fight her. Like, everybody else has just been like, sit your ass down, but like New York was like, what's up? And so she had to kick out. So we've been getting to the moment y'all all been waiting for. It's about to be pumpkin in New York time, pumpkin in New York time, pumpkin in New York time. Okay, anyways, so I'm just gonna show some of Pumpkin's best scenes and New York's best scenes and the arguments, and we'll just go from there.
Should have just sat there and ate your food because you need to shut up.
Because I
real.
don't.
Because I'm real. Shut up.
It doesn't matter if I'm black or white, I'll still talk my
about skin color, bitch. Now shut up. All right? Shut up.
New York's mama side came out of her in that moment when she said, I don't give a fuck about your skin color. Because what are you talking about? What are we talking about? Because I said don't get into this argument because it wasn't about you. We can make it about you, but it's not about you. So get out of it. And she's talking about, I don't care about my skin color. Like, shut up. Nobody cared. Nobody was even talking about your skin color. That's what I hate about people that do that. Like, you're weird.
Ugly transvestite of you. But at least I look like a woman. I don't look like a transvestite with my tucked behind my sack.
But I think what my problem with Pumpkin is the fact that she constantly tries to masculinize New York by saying that she's transgender, and that's something that a lot of Black women have struggled with, is people saying that they're masculine because of like certain things. And I think that's not okay. It's just, I feel like it's racism, it's sexism, and probably some other isms that I can't think of in this moment. But transphobia, that's definitely one of them. I don't know. But there's a lot of things that are going on in that one clip, and it's not just she's mad at New York, in my opinion. All right, so we get to New York section, and Flav is talking about how she wasn't really there for nobody else. She really was only there for Flav, and Cherries decides to pop up and talk about, oh, so you want disharmony in your house. And New York is like, girl, what are you talking about disharmony? Didn't you leave the first night? And they get into like a little argument. But thing is, Cherry, she gets kicked out because she's just been starting hella drama, wanting to fight everybody. She even wanted to fight Goldie, and it's like, bro, what are you doing? Sweetie was about to fight her over that because you don't fight Goldie. Like, what? But yeah, so Cherry's got kicked out. All right, so the host of the reunion, she gives New York and Pumpkin 30 seconds just to say their piece, get everything off of their chest, and Pumpkin goes first.
All right, Pumpkin, it's 30 seconds on the clock. Go. Okay. No, I didn't get a facelift. I don't feel like I need one. I'm glad to see that you got castrated. All I have to say to you is, you know, I don't like you. I'm so glad that you live on the opposite side of the world than I do. And I'm not going to say anything else to you because I've said it all 100 times. You know how I feel about you, and I'm done.
Now, I wonder how New York is going to react to what she just said, because she couldn't just leave well enough alone and say how you already know how I feel about you. Like, I don't really like you. I'm glad we live on other sides of the world. She gonna say I'm glad that you finally got castrated. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? All right, that was
I'm done.
Alright, so we're gonna break that clip down in slow motion because a lot happened in it, and I have to talk about it. Alright, New York throws that big Rick, tries to grab her, but she's juking him, runs underneath, tries to grab Pumpkin. Pumpkin runs away, and Pumpkin goes for Rain. And we already know New York and Rain have beef, and Rain is looking for the opportunity to fight New York. New York is trying to get out of this vice grip, but the only thing that gets out are her titties. And Pumpkin starts talking shit, but in reality, she's a scaredy cat because she ran to Rain. New York is talking her shit, saying how she's gonna whoop that ass, and rightfully so. She spit on her and has been misgendering her this whole time. Pumpkin again is talking more mess, but still looks like a scaredy cat, and New York is pissed. And up next, we will be speaking to Hoops about her relationship with Flav and seeing if they'll be able to things out. However, I personally don't think they will be able to work things out just because I feel like Hoops is really young. I want to say she's like in her 20s, while Flav said he was 46 at the time of the show. So I just feel like they're just in different life stages in life, and I don't think that that's really going to work out for them, especially because I don't think Hoops has kids and Flav has lots of kids. So I just don't think that they're on the same wavelength.
But we got to talking, we talked about a whole lot and future-wise, and, we just came to the agreement that it was, it's not like that. He's like my best friend. We love each other to death. We still right here with each other. We're always gonna have each other's back, but it's like that, but it's not like that.
And her saying that they were best friends and it's just like that, but it's not like that. I feel like they might not have just been compatible in the bedroom too. Who knows? Who knows? I can't say. But New York butted in and started a whole argument because she knew that they weren't gonna be romantic and stuff. And I feel like out of all the girls, probably like New York was really down for him and stuff. She just made it very clear from the jump that she wanted her man, and she thought she won him. But we'll get to that.
I knew it. New York knew it. I knew it from the beginning. Okay. I seen chemistry, but it wasn't like who said like that. That's how you put it, right? Like, did you hear me? Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's right. So you can hear it. Don't repeat what I said. But that's not good enough. See, she's talking because she got Big Rick holding it up.
Then we get Flav's perspective on the whole thing, and basically he's just saying that he likes Hoops, but Hoops didn't have enough time for him, and he's just gonna have to do the show all over again because, he didn't really find his love of his life. So, I totally get that.
Oh, check this out. You don't know. I picked her because I was really feeling her and I liked her. I wish I would have picked somebody that had time for me. She's not the one for me.
All right, so Flav, you would be willing to do all of this again?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I did it for a purpose the first time around. All right. Purpose didn't really get defeated, but it's defeated, so I need to do it again.
All right. Now, before I end this video off, I just want to give a little bit of an explanation of how I'm going to do this video series. So my next video is going to be season 2 of Flavor Flav, just because it includes New York in it. Also, I do want to mention that I'm going to be going over that season a little bit more quickly. I'm not going to be doing the full episode recaps, but I just want to mention that. However, I'm not going to be doing season 3 of Flavor Flav because I've never watched it. I don't care about it. I'm only doing this video about the Baddies Cinematic Universe. So, the next video that I'll be doing after Flavor Flav season 2 is going to be I Love New York. However, I am not going to be talking about I Love New York season 2. Only because it doesn't have Real and Chance in it. And again, I'm only talking about the cinematic Baddie universe. However, Real and Chance do have their own love story show, but I will not be talking about it because it does not include Rollie, who is the main piece of the cinematic universe. So I will be talking about One More Chance because this is where she gets her start. However, I might do a video if you guys are interested in any of those shows, but it won't be the same. It won't be like a full season recap. It might just be like parts of the episodes and stuff, just breaking it down, talking about it real quickly, It won't be long form content if I do it because I don't want to sit here and stress out over making another 3-hour video about a show that um I haven't really seen, and I don't know if it's funny yet. So, yeah, but if you guys really are interested, just let me know. There's also I Love Money and Charm School that are interesting that I think I might want to do something on, but that'll be way later down the line because this might be a year ordeal. So be on the lookout for the next videos. Ah.
Okay, y'all, I was minding my own business, scrolling through Instagram, right? And out of nowhere, I found this video, and it was talking about New York seeing Pumpkin for the very first time after she spit on her. And oh my God, I'm so excited to show you this video because New York went ham on Pumpkin and she deserves it.
Wait, this is what 5 minutes of fame looks like.
Take notes, y'all.
As of now, Pumpkin has been on 11 reality TV shows, and that is not including the 6 reality TV shows that she was on while she was on Flavor of Love. So that means that she has been on 17 reality TV shows. Girl, your 5 minutes of fame has been over. Calm down.
It's crazy. When that moment happened, do you ever think about that?
She's such a scummy woman, and she was scummy the whole time. She hated me.
Pumpkin hated everybody. Like, Pumpkin was such a nasty, evil person. Like, she had a lot of hate in her heart, and that's just coming from me as a person who watched the show. I couldn't imagine actually living with her.
When I was in that house, and I just reminded her about her crow's feet and how crusty she was every chance I got.
Yeah, when it's somebody that mean, ugly, and hateful, you gotta check them every single time, especially when they look like that. Just that hate was getting to her. She was only in her 20s.
Yeah, she hasn't really aged well. This was actually the best, most recent picture we could find, right?
So they find a picture that is up to date, and it cracks me up because I was gonna put this picture in my video and I hella forgot, and then I'm scrolling on Instagram and I find this video.
Oh, I'm sorry, we do have another one. Go ahead.
Who is this?
That's Pumpkin.
Wait, excuse me? Who lied?
That's Pumpkin.
That's the Pumpkin from the Flavor of Love?
Go back to the picture before.
Y'all, I found another photo of her, and it looks like Pumpkin done ate Pumpkin. Like, this don't even look like her. It is so far left from what we've seen, and it's crazy to think about how many times Pumpkin fat shamed New York, and New York is like 2 times as small. Like, what? When I tell you God do not like ugly, he do not like ugly, cause that is I don't know what to say. I really don't. And I'm gonna just leave it to New York because she says it best.
Oh my goodness, this bitch is full of pus. That she needs to have her fluids drained. She has a lymphedema. She's a walking lymphedema, and she needs to be drained.
And cause girl, you got me and Jason Lee. You done snatch our wigs off. We are shocked and appalled because what? I I keep laughing throughout this video, and it's like every single time I try to re-record it and I can't because I start laughing at the same spot. But you know it is bad when you got Jason Lee so shook that he has to cover his mouth to hide his facial expressions and his laughter. Like, she had me shook when she said she looks like a walking lymphedema. I don't even know what a lymphedema is, but she looked like one.
Wait, can you just stand up just where you are?
Sure.
Just the HBIC. I just want to. That's good.
I know Pumpkin ate a lot, but New York ate her the fuck up and left no crumbs and didn't gain a pound. Skinny Queen, the legend, New York, Tiffany Pollard.
But isn't that just sweet? Like, life will give you what you give it.
Jason, you being messy as hell for that, because you know that you basically said, I know you was tap dancing on that bitch's grave. You know revenge is best served cold. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Well, I don't want her to have a cardiac because she looks like she's in danger because I can't even tell where her neck and her face ends. And when it gets to be that severe, she does need some sort of an intervention.
I ain't never heard nobody in my life say that, her face and her neck are connecting, so she needs an intervention. I'm gagged.
We can just pray on it.
Lay off the milkshakes.
Jason been gagged the whole time. And then he tried to like save face and just be like, okay, we'll just pray on it. And she like lay off the milkshakes. Like hella emphasis on the shakes. And I can't.
That's really her?
Yes.
They didn't Photoshop this?
No.
Oh my goodness.
New York is in shock and awe, and so am I, because again, how do you fat shame somebody so heavily to end up looking like that? Like, I'm not judging, I'm not shaming, I just say karma's a bitch.
Why you say she looked like a pumpkin?
Well, she lived up to it. Flav named her right. I mean,
He knew.
he knew.
He had foresight.
Flav chose the best possible name for this girl. Pumpkin. Yeah. Flav had a third eye. New York was talking about her third eye at the casino. No. He had a third eye.
He believed in Christ, and Christ said, you shall be.
I'm done with you, Jason.
Did he say, well, you shall believe in Christ and you shall be big? Messy work.
Bye, pumpkin. Fuck you, bitch. And your breath still probably smells like shit.
And on that note, bye guys. I love you and I hope y'all are doing amazing because I probably won't see y'all for like a month or two. Bye-bye.